Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream as we bring you WWE RAW tonight. The fallout from Saturday night's main event. Plus, we're heading towards SummerSlam. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the fun. It's going to be a good one. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE RAW tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into as we kick off another week in wrestling. We got all your wrestling coverage all week long. We got big shows coming up, lots to talk about, lots to get into as always. Blow up that chat. We want to see triple digits in all these chats. So if you're ever here and there's less than triple digits, go find some friends and bring them over. But me and that pretty face got you for the next couple hours. Looking forward to this one. It should be a lot of fun. But if you don't know who we are, I shall remind you. I'm Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. And on the Sunday in between today and Saturday night's main event, it finally got made official. Gunther versus Nick Aldis, official like a referee whistle for SummerSlam.
Yeah, so they did like a little SummerSlam kickoff show. And
I didn't know they were even doing that.
Yeah, not really. Not a whole lot of talk about it. And it seems usually it's the Friday before. But hey, who am I? Aldis, Gunther get into it. It becomes official. Triple H kind of stands up for Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis, Gunther one-on-one. Let's go. I like it.
Now that we finally are here, which I'm excited about that, does Gunther have to win? Is there a way that Nick Aldis wins, and does Nick Aldis stay as an active wrestler? I'd love to see it, but I don't know. I didn't even know. Did you know he's 39? He's still under 40.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's been around for so long. He's definitely a vet, but he gives that presence like he's older than 39. But I think ultimately with him, there's no reason he couldn't get the W, and then all of a sudden now he's an active guy. But yeah, he's an underdog going in against Gunther for sure.
Fair enough. Like I said, I'd love to see him as an active performer, a regular performer. I don't think the WWE schedule, like he's already there as a GM, so I don't know how much it would really shift if he was an actual active performer versus GM. But you have to be there less, actually. Potentially.
He might get more time off as an active wrestler.
But do they have to show that he's got the history of being a wrestler? Like, I'm sure that there's plenty of WWE fans. Hell, there might even be some in the chat. You don't have to out yourselves that don't know about Aldis as a former wrestler, as him as Magnus, as him holding the 10 pounds of gold, all of that.
Yeah, I imagine if WWE is who we think they are and they stick to their usual trend, like we're going to get a video package of how this all came to be. They'll give a little hype package on Aldis. I'm sure it'll come up in the promos. Like even Aldis's attitude when, they kind of got into it of like, do you know who I am? Like, what did you think? Like I fell off. I forgot all this shit. Like, so I like the attitude of it. And again, he's 39. He's jacked. There's no reason why he can come in and be something.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. And him now if he was an actual true active regular performer on the SmackDown brand, SmackDown's got a pretty stacked roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you look at Punk going over there now. They're trying to build up the angst and the issues between Cody and Punk. Punk slaps him in the face with the belt. Cody said he overreacted. Punk apologizes profusely. Yeah, that's that's an additional thing. You look at some of the other new faces moving in. I think the women's division's doing pretty good with Charlotte, Jade, that kind of vibes going all right. So yeah, I mean SmackDown, not terrible. I mean it's picking it up.
You mentioned someone getting smacked with something out there, and with the infamous moment that kind of ended to me Saturday's main event with CM Punk accidentally slapping Cody Rhodes in the face with his belt strap. They get into the confrontation backstage. Are they going to try and make people boo CM Punk?
They might try. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't
It's
know.
that, or do they make Cody the guy who gets booed?
I think we're at the point where you just organically go with the flow. And I think the WWE has got itself in trouble in the past. And, you don't necessarily want to repeat with Cody what you've done with others. And I think they've come to learn, you would hope they've come to learn that, guys like Roman got over best when you just let them go. Like when you were shoving them down our throat and forcing us to, try to make him our hero, just go with the flow, go with the natural flow of things. So if the crowd starts booing Cody because of the way Cody's behaving, so be it. Right. And then if you want to keep Cody from going full heel, then his next feud after Punk, after SummerSlam, you gotta find him a good heel so they will cheer him again. But you're running that risk. You did it with Cena. You brought in Pat McAfee with Randy. So who are we going to call for this one?
Colt Cabana, Ace Steel. No. Well, I'm trying to think. Like you said, they should steer, like just let it play out. But we've seen them constantly refuse to let that actually happen. This now has actually gotten me interested in this story of now it actually seems like there's a reason why they'd be annoyed with each other and want to fight outside of like, hey, you said you'd give me a shot. I took the shot when you got taken out. I'll give you your shot back kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think I like the subtlety of it all. I don't know why that gave me an accent, but I do like the fact that it's like, oops, did I hit you in the face? Oops, I didn't mean to bump you. Oops, am I in your way? Like, it's just that grinding. And that like under the surface of all those smiles, all those handshakes, that there's that, you know what? Up yours. Like, I don't want to put up with your shit. So yeah, I think for my money, we weren't really crazy on Punk, Cody. I don't know. I wasn't like over the moon.
No.
But I think they're doing an okay job of kind of, all right, we'll see. Let's see.
You said oops so many times. I was starting to go, I play with your heart. I lost in the game. But it's very much given off much better vibes, and it's made me want to see the match more instead of, like I said, hey, friend. Now they actually, just a little poke here. I didn't mean to do that. I can see why you'd be kind of pissed at that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, do you feel like you're, because we're kind of like, is someone going to turn? Is someone going to snap? Will it be Punk? Will it be Cody? Now that's interesting. That's what we were going to tune in for. I think you're right. Like having that there and doing it the way they've done it, they're not outright doing anything different than they would normally do, but we're like, this is going to give.
It's a general animosity. They could actually get away with to where no one technically turns heel. They probably would still boo Cody over Punk just because it's CM Punk, and we've seen Cody quite a bit. But you don't have to exactly make him a heel because he's been given a reason to be pissed off. And like you were kind of saying, no one's acted truly out of pocket.
Yeah, nobody's really kind of made that stance of, oh my God, can you believe he did that? So we'll see if that starts or if they continue just to kind of, I think they're just going to flirt around it to the match. And then the match will be the moment where we decide what direction to go. So for that being said, folks, we are here for the 2-night SummerSlam, the first one ever. It's starting to load up, starting to fill up. More matches. We'll see what gets added tonight, as we will be here for all the action as we go tonight. Quick order of business on this beautiful July Monday. Our new champ, Bradley, a former champ, wins again, ekes it out. And this one was a close race, came down to a tiebreaker, and Bradley was the closest to the mark. So congratulations once again to Mr. Bradley, the giver of gifts, gets the gift of the title.
Right. Well, and you had certain things like Brunson surprisingly didn't take a bump, even though he stood down Seth Rollins and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a trick question, and by the end of it, because you're like, did he do something? And like, he did something, but he didn't take a bump or give a bump. All right, he just got in the way. He played a pylon. So yeah, we'll get into it while the show gets going. We're going to do roll call in a second, Nick, but we really do have to discuss this growing track record of bringing people in that just fall on their face. Like for every little yachty, there's a Travis fucking Scott. Like there's been like the basketball guys, if they can't come in and do something, if they can't take a bump like I show speed, then maybe just sit in the stands and wait.
So, okay, so you're talking about the whole ending of Saturday Night's Main Event specifically, and how, like I even said, that was all just for a goddamn picture in a hallway. It was a cool
really
moment. It didn't need to be the ending moment of the show. The match with Aldis getting involved, and even you go off the air with the, accidental belt smack and everything. Did he mean to do that? We'll tune in, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
That didn't need to end the show, and it just felt super awkward because, like you said, if no one really did anything, Tyrese just walked down with a steel chair and just kind of handed it to Seth, and that was it.
Yeah, it was like Seth and Roman were doing like, they were in like the fucking
bring your NBA player to work day.
Yeah, like they were doing like training, like jump around an object to punch and like I don't know. Anyway,
parkour.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Spaz, Ethan, and Ronan are the top 3 from last night. That's your points in the chat. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you bonus points. So make sure you get in that chat, blow us up. Again, be a friend, tell a friend. Click the reaction buttons, those little hearts and smiles or whatever else is down there. They help the algorithm, and we appreciate it. Comment on the videos. We'll at least like it. We'll try and answer back if we can. But keep it coming, folks. We appreciate it. Looking forward to a crazy week. But yeah, busy times.
Absolutely. Clay, what's up? KJ Big Nick. I see you scrolling. Rawhide. Zach, International Chess Day. Are you a chess guy or are you checkers?
Yes, chess. I play a lot of chess.
Fair enough. Eric, hey, Wrestling for Life parties. Can't wait for tonight's show, and happy birthday to Lola Vice and Thunder Rosa. Double dose for Latina.
Happy birthday, both.
Damian, Chad Gable, and Penta versus Ethan Page and Rusev added for tonight's show. Not a lot of matches on tonight's show. There's the tag match. There's allegedly supposed to be Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight, but he's already said he's out in California. So we'll see.
What's up with this? There's going to be a story here. Like LA comes out to the ring and Jacob's at LA's house and fucks it up. Like there's got to be something here.
That would actually be incredible if they did that. I didn't think
like
anything like that. Jacob was out there, for those who didn't see it, saying on Twitter of, how can you tell me where I'm supposed to be? I'm not here in Cali. I only take orders from the OTC, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. See, I feel like, if we're really pushing that envelope, we're like, here comes real Jacob, pull back a little, bro. A little break.
So, well, I was going to say, is LA actually from LA?
Well, I think that's the idea. I don't think he really is, though. Damien, the Hopium leader, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back, Kevin. C Money's in the house tonight. Got you, Joseph. Paul, how you doing? Hey, yo, causing trouble again, as always. Let's go. Maddie, I like this one. Good day, Wrestling for Life fam. My mom is in palliative care. Huntington has finally taken its toll. In a few days, my momsy will pass. Thank you to everyone for the support and caring role. Hug your moms. Dude, literally just, Maddie, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I spent a chunk of Sunday with my mama. So hug your moms, give them love. Remember, things that happened in the past don't matter. But nothing but love, Maddie. And if we can take your mind off it, even for a second, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as a self-admitted mama's boy, I'm glad we can at least try and be the weapons of mass distraction out there.
Absolutely. Man, that actually caught me in all the feels right live. Yeah, man, nothing but love.
Absolutely, my guy. You want me to
Maybe
click?
You click a couple. Yeah, you click.
There you go. I got you. Kevin, what up out there? And yeah, Maddie's saying thank you to Big Nick and KJ for making me smile in the chat room. Absolutely, we're one giant family out here. And I guess I'm mom of this whole family, so you better love me.
All right.
Well, whenever we're arguing, it's mom and dad are fighting. So which one are you?
I let the people decide.
There you go. Stop it. What up? TJ, MDB, long live my cousin Cisco. Happy birthday, Colin, but not forgotten. Absolutely. T's and P's. Everybody's going out there with some shit.
Right.
Clayton, what up? I thought this was funny from Clayton. Oh, I remember you guys. I got a notification, was like, oh, cool, a new wrestling channel. Then I saw the beards, was like, what up, my guys? Absolutely got to make sure you hit that notification. So you know we're live all the time.
He's like, oh, shit, something new. Nope, just these guys again. But welcome, Clay. Welcome. Glad you got the notification. Everybody click your bells. You never know when we're going to pop up, and you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, we're like Tom Nook and Animal Crossing. Make sure you get your bells in order. Damn it, I see you. It's been confirmed. Simon Callahan has been working backstage in AEW. Yes. Body Slam and I think Observer have put it out there that he's backstage as like in a tree out. Right. It's like agenting some of the matches and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a perfect fit. A guy that's going to come in and offer. I mean, Sammy can tell a story. I'll give him credit there. But if you want some more added chaos, and I mean, I could see him being pulled into like a Death Rider thing or a Moxley thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. It just feels like it's too obvious. It's right there. They won't be able to help themselves.
Well, and if he's actually just brought in as someone for creative, it's at least a sign that Tony's willing to bring in somebody else besides just him.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think they've had, again, the Jerry Flynn of the Jerry Lynn's of the world. I'm thinking something totally else. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about having I think that's important. If Tony could step back and just be that like head coach, that he has all his coordinators doing the coordinating, and then, he can take a high five at the end for coordinating the crew very well.
Exactly.
That would be beautiful. But he can't help but con it up, and he thinks he's great at it. And listen, we got 11 minutes, so we won't get into it now. We're going to say hello to some people. But Alvarez is winning points left, right, and center. He said what we say. We've
been over this. Now, granted, he kind of, turned around and is poo-pooing and foo-foo and the Aldis and Gunther thing, like he doesn't watch the show, so we can talk about that too.
It's so weird.
But managers have to manage. Managers manage. And Tony should know that with being involved in two football teams in both sense of the words. Yeah. Managers manage, and Tony needs to manage. That's
how you do it, bro. Like, I mean, again, anytime you've been involved in sports and that, like they say, like a coach is only as good as the team around him. So you're a head coach. You want to hire some good guys to make you look good, right? So if Tony could just
the coach is coaching, he's not sitting there, doing the laundry, doing the team's jersey wash, not fucking making the coffee, not making the sandwiches, not driving the bus. He's not doing everything.
Yeah, he's strategizing on how to maximize the talent, and I think that's the term of the week is maximizing your talent, because right now some would argue that it's been underutilized and the company itself is underachieving, and I think we could all agree with that.
Just a wee bit.
MDB back at it, the Knee Pad Patrol. Cooper, good to see ya over on YouTube. There you go. Back over here. What up, Boston? How you doing? Nothing but love to Maddie. I know of Nick's wrestling persona and where he wrestled, but I've never got a chance to watch it. This is new to me. I thought he was talking about you.
As I read it, I was like,
wait.
What do you say me for?
I was like, wait, we got Nick wrestling tapes? Let's get these.
Oh, God. Hey, the most I was doing was anything out there on a trampoline.
Right. Aldis Gunther was originally supposed to be Drew Aldis. Yeah, I mean, very interesting how this happened. We all thought it was going to be Drew first. And there's actually a deeper history with Drew.
Oh, absolutely. But was it supposed to be? It might have been to us, but was that the true plan? Like, does even Gunther Aldis now feel like it's a little bit, fly by night to an extent of, we thought for months that it was going to be Gunther versus Brock. Did they expect that Oba would get this over? So now we've got to do business with Oba and Brock. And now what do we do with Gunther after all the retirement tours?
Yeah. Yeah, and you look at some of these major predictions, and a lot of us were expecting things because almost, we know how they get reported. So you're sitting around going, "Oh shit, they're I guess rumor is they're going to do this, didn't do it. Oh, they're gonna do Gunther, Brock, nope, didn't do that either. So again, it's a guessing game at best.
Could they could they have Aldis put his career on the line?
They could, or and that's definitely something as Gunther being Gunther, I would recommend almost of. Okay, fine. You want me to have this match? You even if they do something like anything, push the envelope, but he can't be the GM if he loses, or you can put some risk to this, and maybe who knows? Maybe Drew plays a factor in all this, or maybe all this sticks around as an actual in-ring talent, and Drew returns like, "Oh, hi, old friend. How you doing?"
Hello, my friend, we'll meet
Yeah,
again.
right.
But could it even just be of that? Is that the easy way to put the genie back in the bottle of Aldis goes back to being a GM because Gunther tapped him out?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the arguments, and then you can always still have this like every time Gunther has to deal with all this, it's anxious and uncomfortable for everybody. So yeah, I think that's a possibility here, Nick. I think that I think something you and I have been talking about a lot with WWE programming is options. It feels like they're leaving themselves options on a lot of this. Every once in a while they get painted into a corner, but I think we talked a lot about what's kind of rolling out for SummerSlam, and in this case, it feels like there was possibilities, and this is the directions they've gone, but we're getting somewhere. But options.
What's next for Sammy?
Bro, I'm lost.
He's not going to fit in it. Does he fit? He couldn't. You don't do a triple threat now if you're building all this tension between CM Punk and Cody. That's finally getting good.
Well, a lot of people kept talking about the triple threat, but I don't think you can go put him in a fatal four-way. He fails in the fatal four-way and still somehow manages to get into a triple threat out of it. You gave him the tag team opportunity to make it the fatal four-way. Sorry, he fails, but still ends up in the match because he blames Gunther. They got some quick work to do if they're going to pull that off. I don't know what they specifically do with Sammy going into, but he's still pissed. That's the thing. Does he just go away? Does he just stalk the situation? But Sammy's not done, seemingly, and I don't think he's moving on to anyone else yet.
I don't know if I have him go away, because then I feel like you lose what you have right now, which is him just pissed off at the world. He's pissed and doesn't know who to aim it at anymore.
Yeah.
Could you even almost do a surprise and have him say challenge for a tag belt or something? Oh, I've got a mystery partner.
Well, yeah, maybe. And I still think I think Kevin's return is going to be big, so I'm hoping it's big. That'd be an interesting situation. Like he's got to fight Punk and Cody again, but I'm not going to use Gunther this time. I got someone else. The risk you run with all of this is Kevin's going to get a big pop. People are going to go nuts. If Cody punches Kevin, he might get booed. They got to really get comfortable with, people like to.
Could Kevin come out after whoever wins between Punk and Cody?
Oh yeah, any minute now. And I don't know where he's at with his recovery, but we feel like we're getting close. So I mean, we talked about it before. Were we going to see him? At Night of Champions, maybe not ready yet. Okay, is he ready for SummerSlam? Is he? What is he looking? At for? Even later in the summer. But if we can get him, I'm going to be thrilled, and I don't care where they insert him. No matter who he decides, if he shows up and stuns Roman, people are going to go bananas. It doesn't matter who it is. They're on side.
Oh, absolutely. They're just going to pop for him being back.
Yes. And then they can go back to booing him if he wants so choose. But we kind of love Kevin. He's such
absolutely.
a nice guy.
Well, we got like 3 minutes. Should we rattle off some more names here?
Well, let's grab the Spazzer super chat, at least one of them. There's another one here, but we'll spit that one out, and then we'll get back on the roll train. Lame.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. He's here all night, folks. Try the veal.
Right.
Okay, hear me out. Worlds collide in Chicago. Kenny Dykstra, Demon Spirit Squad comes out of retirement to team with All Egos so we can have Cody and Pink versus Kenny and Paige. All love, boys, and the chat. You lost me in most of that.
You know when Spaz is on the good. Happy Monday, Spaz here. Thank you for the $10. All the love too, but yeah, I mean the Demon Spirit Squad.
Make it make sense. You ain't got the answer.
Downhill from here. 10 minutes left. We're about a 2-minute mark, so we're about 8 minutes behind the chat right now. What up, Spaz? Shout out Jake DeMarco. Dale, the OG's in the house. Denisha, always a pleasure. How you doing? MDB, we got you already. Let's go. I'm going to skip some of these comments. 316, we're worried about you. How you doing?
Right.
Doing okay? Bash. Dun, dun, dun. I think I got it. Almost everyone.
I got Samuel down here. It's a double entendre, like LA Knight and a good LA Knight. And yes, we kind of get the wordplay. We get the wordplay. We got it, but we're also trying to make it sense of it logically. Like I think MDB said LA Knight's from Maryland.
Yes. Did anyone ever explain what LA stood for outside of like is it Larry Alexander Knight? What anyone?
Yeah, anyone you at least know what AJ, isn't it, like Alan James or something like that?
Yeah, well, Uncle Alan. So yeah, I think is it James?
Might be.
Let's say that. But I think it's funny, and yeah, we know the wordplay. And I thought he was from Maryland. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I don't think we knew he was kind of not from LA. So is it Los Angeles Knights? His first name is
Los Angeles, yes. But Valerie, what up? Valerie, what's up, KJ Nick? How's your day going so far? It's been a good Mondays, I think, for both of us.
That's it. That's why we're here. Shake it off, folks. Shake it off.
Right.
Linus Andre.
Rest in peace. I lost my grandmother last week. Well, T's and P's, Paul.
T's and P's.
Everybody's emotions on Monday.
Right. Shout out.
Jose. KJ's tone shifted so quick when he started reading his comment entirely. Yeah, you were like, I love this one because, hey, boys, and then got the whole rest of the message and no.
It hits home. Life's short, man. And it's just, make sure people know you love them. And don't go out on a bad day. That's my full philosophy on life right now is, don't go out on a bad day. Whatever you think your problems are, they'll be okay. But don't go out on a bad day.
And even if you are having a rough day, we're here to try and wipe that away. And we do also have 2 mental health streams on the channel and everything that are available to watch. So 100%, we got all the stuff. If you're going through it, we got you even covered on that.
Absolutely, folks. But I am getting the start of the show. The Netflix logo. Wesley, how you doing? Welcome back, sir. Roll Tide's in the house. Then Nick and I are going to try and sync up. You can do the same at home.
Now?
Half a second.
Right. Waiting for a moment. Forever.
I'll
call it good, unless you want. I can dap that super quick.
I think it's pretty close.
Together.
There you go, folks. We are all in this together. Kumbaya. Raw is on. How we feeling? Let's blow up this chat.
As they're going through the replay for Saturday's main event, which I know I gave it a 5, and I could probably still give it a higher score. But it's at that moment of very much. It was a fun pun because, Nixon 5, but that ending segment really took the wind out of the sails of everything. Like, it was great for everybody that was there. And if you're a Knicks fan, but beyond that, it's a picture in a hallway. It was cool to see Roman hold up the NBA trophy and for Brunson to have his own title belt. But beyond that, it didn't need to end the show.
No, and I always laugh when you kind of I had a moment of clarity and I thought about it. My bad. Like we're making up again. But no, I mean, dude.
Hey, we do actual retractions unlike some other fucking media outlets out there.
But ultimately, I think it's truthfully what they should have done is You do. Roman comes out. Even if you bring him out with somebody, that's fine. But you have that moment quick. You get to the point quick. Even if he ousts, the same thing. Seth gets tossed, but all that extra shit and it was just. There's no way to explain to somebody like it wasn't good. It was drawn out. It was boring. The New York fans loved it, but it just wasn't in the right place. Do it after the show, maybe, like where you just have that moment with the local audience. Perfect. I don't know.
Or you do that to start the show or something.
Maybe starting the show would have been better, and then it would have given the show plenty of energy.
You get the hot audience then for the rest of the night now because you just celebrated the Knicks. So everybody's going to pop. And then you get Karl Anthony Towns that comes out with the Danhausen thing. Like, I like the rest of it. Like, I loved the Karl Anthony Towns out there giving out choke slams better than the Giant Silva.
Clean.
So, like, all of that stuff, like the tag match was great. Everything beyond that was good. It's just the ending just left you with such a sour taste in your mouth. Pause.
A lot of people were really praising that tag match. Like, the boys in the main event went full out. Like, it was a good pace. I saw some people commenting on the fact that, Punk was keeping a pretty good pace with the boys last night. So I think that, some of the main events kind of get foo-foo, but I thought it was a really great match. And I feel like a good amount of people, acknowledged that over the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was really great storytelling because you had Punk and Sammy even pawning each other before Sammy could even get in the ring. You have the whole moment with Aldis. I watched the clips back and put it out on Instagram to where we were popping for camera angles because it was that goddamn exciting.
Right.
Jacob's here. So we actually got Jacob with his kid. Shout out Little Fatu.
Jokes. They made me be here.
You got me coming into work when I got visitation out here. What are we doing out here?
Right. LA Knight with Hobbs.
Is somebody going to turn from that babyface team? Or do they go over the bloodline?
That's a hard one because they go over the bloodline. Probably not. Because the bloodline.
Would I still be almost kind of looking at Solo sideways, side-eyed, because like that's still your family at the end of the day.
Do you think Solo walks it back as we open with Javon Evans? Or do you follow, or do you go the other way with do you let Hobbs step into it? I think Hobbs would be better as a heel.
Yeah, and as like a bit like imagine, and it would be a whole iteration now. But then it's no longer the bloodline. He's an honorary Oos now.
Yeah, if Gingerbread Sammy can get it, Hobbs can get in.
Fair enough. So, well, I mean, we had talked about in the first iteration if it was more of just a 7-nation army instead of an actual bloodline.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, the whole scenario. The good news is they've managed to keep the secondary people involved. LA Knight, Jey Uso, Jimmy. Like all the kind of peripheral people that need something to do, like this group has some stuff to do, which is kind of what you hope for. So it's tough though, because I mean, if LA is on another, takes another L and it doesn't really feel good, I don't know. As we're getting
does it set up if LA gets the win? Does it set up LA Roman after SummerSlam?
Say that again, sorry.
If LA gets the win, say in that tag match, does it set up him taking on the winner of Roman Seth post SummerSlam?
Yeah, it kind of puts him on that trajectory of like, I beat your fam. Now, you're done with Seth. I want the title. Or, I mean, do you feel that, and that brings us, we got Dragon League coming out, folks, but do you feel like the Seth Roman match is tighter than people are giving it credit for? Like, to me, I was thinking about it, like, this might be a bit of a coin toss match. Seth could walk out a slam with the belt. It's not a guarantee.
I think it's Roman's the play. If Roman doesn't have the belt, then you've already had the backlash from Twitter about the fucking bloodline storyline. So now if Roman dropped the belt already, you've kind of poo-pooed and kind of deaded that a little bit. Seth can take the L and still go on. I thought you were going to get into more. It's been like 1 week good segment, second week bad segment, Good segment,
Right.
bad segment. Good segment, bad segment.
As here come the Vision. Speaking of good segments,
Wow.
a couple back-to-back tag matches at least announced for tonight. But here come the Vision. Look at this crew.
They need a Grayson Waller.
They need a great. Come on. No one.
You can just get rid of Braun
You
Breaker.
got an issue with Austin Theory.
Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory looked like the douche canoes that they are.
Right. You have an issue with Austin Theory as a guy, but Waller. Let's get Waller. We need some Waller.
Because if you just want them to be like what you like them as they're the douche canoes, then go full douchebag. Just let my boy Bronson and my boy Braun be free. Let them go be Heyman guys again, since Heyman already left the group.
Oh! Men are flying everywhere. It's raining men.
Well, did you think it was interesting that they were shouting out Javon coming out in the Detroit FC soccer penny and everything like that? Like they're still on the football kick now because of the World Cup.
Right. Footy's quite popular nowadays. Shout out to the Spanish.
Espanol.
But Dragon Lee and Javon Evans jumping the gun here and all over the Vision until Theory fights back a little here now. But yeah, fast start to the show. Here's what happened on Saturday. Welcome to the show. Go. And guys are flying all over the place. Like we're opening the show within 5 minutes of the show. People are diving over the ropes.
And you need that, and that's not a thing that's been surprisingly, even with AEW, hasn't been common as of late.
Well, it's just, and again, I think that's partly like, I want to point out what happens here in this first 5 minute window, because Wednesdays it's been an ongoing issue and people have kind of shrugged at it. But I think not enough people are talking about like opening the show with these poorly done pre-tapes. It hurts your show out the gate. Even if you love AEW, you're like, there's no way you're sitting like, oh shit, yeah, Moxley in the electrical room.
Yeah, but WWE's had to pivot and get back to like, this is a good move from WWE of switching to action right out of the gate instead of starting with a whole promo and the walkthroughs and everything like that.
Yeah. Unless it's something special or epic, I think those opening segments have no problem going second. Right?
If they're going to be a through line for the night, like with the CM Punk thing, that's the only time that those should go first. Yeah,
maybe pre-match or a picture-in-picture, you show Roman pulling up during the first match. Oh, the champ's here. But then you have a fast action, good pace match. Then after that match, Roman saunters out and kills 12 minutes of TV time. And then at least we already had some energy.
Like or they'd actually have the picture-in-picture and it would show someone showing up backstage while the action is going instead of the picture-in-picture of ad and match. That's an actual they used to do it when we grew up watching wrestling, and they haven't done it.
Right. Dragon Lee, huge drop kick. Theory goes down. Braun chasing the little guy around. Can't catch him.
Kick to the gut. Super kick. Almighty pop. Blessing everyone. Let's have a great show. Absolutely. Whoa. Flip shot
big
of
DDT.
Into DDT. 1, 2.
Is WWE trying to up their tag team game?
They've been saying it for months. We've been saying it for years. So apparently that's how it seems to go with wrestling, is we need to say things for years before they start to listen.
Right. Logan up on the apron, Dragon Lee chasing away, but Dragon Lee and Javon looking pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's
Is
that what you might do with some of these guys? Is kind of they end up in a tag team like how we had Nathan Frazier and Fraxie end up in a tag team together, and it became an actual solid tag team.
Yeah, you got a bunch of guys doing like that, and some of it is booking's fault. Other thing is just a numbers game. You got a lot of guys, even a Matt Cardona, and like we've seen Rusev and Ethan working together. Those are guys that come together because they're pissed off. And then you get a pretty good tag team division.
Right. As I'm in commercial, so I'm going to try and we're behind the chat. Jose, KJ is the fun dad and Nick is the strict dad. When did I become bad cop?
Really? I kind of feel like it might be the opposite. I think I'm the one who's like, now behave.
No, you can't say that. We're on air. We're live.
Right? You're just like, suck it.
Take one day at a time, Matty, is all you can. Absolutely.
That's it.
Put one foot in front of the other. John C. They should at least announce 4 more. So they got to announce like another 8.
Yeah, there's more coming, but they got a little time to do it. Now, there are pieces and parts in place that we kind of think something's coming, so we'll see. I think there needs to be more women added to the show, so we'll see how that works.
Clayton, great family here, guys. Just awesome. What are you sad about? Oh, you got picture in picture.
Well, I got Austin and Maxine coming together and sharing some love.
Canoodling. I'm glad I'm not seeing that. You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
A little PDA for the fans.
Now, if this was in an elevator, it'd be a different story. But yeah.
Right.
Jedi Master shouting out Punk. See, man.
Let's go.
I don't even think we said hi to Jake DeMarco, Don DeMarco out there.
I did. I called out Jake's name.
Fair enough.
Call it out again. Jake! Jake.
Well, we got a couple of super chats. Should we get through those?
We got the first one. Here's one for you.
No, that's the first one we got. That's the one that confused us because he was, zombie in Spirit Squad.
No. Worlds Collide. Yeah, okay. He repeated them. Oh, Worlds Collide. Yeah, same one twice.
There you go. Appreciate you, Spaz. Spaz with the $5 out there. I'm going to need Jessica Carr to exert her authority on me. Pause, except don't pause. Accusations.
$5 well spent on that one. Let's go. Rev
Chess, count me out.
As right now, Braun and Austin are all over, and it's good kind of standard tag team wrestling. Bad guys cut off the ring in half and work down one of the baby faces, and we build to a hot tag, which is going to come right after you get out of commercial. So,
yeah, I'm at the 4, 3, 2. I like that they time it now.
We are back.
I've got the overhead shot. Braun setting up for a spear. It looks like
the vision is here.
Spear in the corner.
Everyone yelling for yum yums. All right. Are these Maxine yum yums?
Yum yums.
They could be Braun Breaker yum yums. They could be Javon yum yums. They could be Raptors yum yums. We don't know what yum yums they is.
Still wasting Braun. Oh my God, Paul, stop it.
I may agree. I may agree.
You can't waste a guy with one leg. He wasn't here. We're supposed to strap a rocket to him when he can't wrestle?
But no, you could break him away from this, make him a Heyman guy. When Heyman said, what do you need for? And just Braun just left.
Got back. He was out. You can't push a guy who's not here.
But he's here now, as I got Javon with a stunner.
Oh, get to work then. We'll see what they do. Right now he's a tag champ. I'm good with him. It's a marathon, not a sprint, ladies and gentlemen. This is why fans get all fucking sick of. We can't stand Cody Rhodes.
Come on, up and over.
4 years into his run. Yeah, because push him to the moon and then give up on him.
Bernard, no, I don't want Knight challenging Roman. I can see it. I can still see it being a good match. That's what would be the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam?
It is. Do they go back to Saudi or what are they doing? A Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank.
That's in October. Isn't there one in September?
Oh, yeah, they moved it, so they flipped it. So we'll go. Money in the Bank was supposed to be in September. Now they're doing the Saturday main event. We got Verano coming up. That's not them. Triple Mania, Worlds Collide. Money in the Bank would be the next major one. Saturday main event. What's that?
No, I just wow. I didn't. Yeah, would it be if there's another Saturday night's main event? Would you do Roman LA Saturday night main event?
Maybe. We got one on September 6th from Atlanta.
Hey, Anthony might be out there. See LA Knight pick up a win.
Right, and then you got the double show, Triple Mania, Worlds Collide coming up. So much stuff.
Well, we've got Redemption this weekend as Dragon Lee with a coup de Gracie.
Redemption might need redeemed. It's oof.
It needs to be redeemed by Miro.
It feels so thrown together, bro.
It is so much of they just did the TV on they did the pay-per-view on the TV and they're doing the TV on the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Braun with
a
spear. Javon broken in half.
With his size, he might literally be.
Like, you watch Braun, he still looks like a badass. The crowd's still barking. He was injured. I don't know.
It's just I don't like the Vision. I would like him to be doing better than the Vision. Being personal bias fully. I would like him in something I like versus something I dislike.
Okay, so he'll fight Roman instead of Seth.
I didn't even go that far with it.
Well, then what would it be? He fights LA Knight? I'd rather him be a tag champ and look like a dominant beast.
He could fight a Penta. He could be in the IC title scene.
So
he could fight an Ethan.
But he was already like a mid-card champion, was he not? Oh, here comes help.
The Alpha Academy.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're going to be the ones that win the fucking tag belts because of Maxine.
Right? It was all a ruse?
No, it's just because that's how they're going to one up on her because she screwed them over and everything.
But look, a huge pop. Let's
go.
There you go. Oh, shit. Just chucking. Clap.
Oh,
Maxine Otis.
You slap a big potato head like that, you'd think that that's going to do something.
Right? Big clothesline to Braun.
Let's not forget Otis, a former Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah, right?
Double splash in the corner.
Sawa and Otis haven't done anything of value in so long, but they got the crowd cheering for them. They got screwed by Maxine, and the crowd is into it.
They're clearing off the table.
Right.
I was going to go with the old trope of these guys are employed and Malachi Black isn't. These guys are employed by WWE and Karrion Kross isn't.
Right.
Well, let's go. Gee.
Oh, shit.
You hit a running spear like that on Otis, the ring might have shifted.
Right. What's up, Admiral? Reader. God damn, you guys are quick. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. What's Tucker been up to? We don't know. I don't know. Did he retire from wrestling?
I think so. Tucker? Yeah, he's been done proposal, right. I think.
Uh-oh, Maxine on the top rope.
Are they going to have her do the fucking triple powerbomb on Otis?
That'd be amazing. Let's go.
This is good. This is where you're going to get people say this is like the Attitude Era.
Yeah. It's good shit.
I
don't know what the problem with this is. Like, I don't see your issue. It's working. It's good guy, bad guy. The crowd's cheering. It's not done poorly. It's done well. I don't know. Like, it's doing exactly what we pay them to do.
That's fine. Then it pisses me off, and I'll be a mark out here if I'm pissed off that I don't like Austin Theory. I don't like Maxine Dupree. I don't like Wendy Chu. I don't like Alicia Edwards. I don't like Logan Paul. I wish more for Braun Breaker. I don't like the fucking Vision faction anymore. I thought it should have goddamn died many moons ago out here. I'm like Paul Heyman, and what do you need me for? If you're so great, then what do you need me to fucking cheer for you then? How about that? I'll be the fucking sour puss in the bunch out here. Shut up! Wait, now we're going to play fucking Battleship here with the fucking soundboard here.
As now we go back to FanFest, and they're still building this Brady-Logan Paul rivalry for some reason.
Which, with this and with the Vision.
I don't give a fuck!
Jokes.
As now Judgment Day is holding up Danhausen for ransom.
What kind of shit is that?
Yes. So Liv's threatening to hit Danhausen with the title belt if you don't give us our money. There's that shakedown.
Right.
But Mega, I see you. Wesley out there. Sam, you guys, I said this before. Is App You Pray For Me diagnosed with cancer recently? Well,
Lots
absolutely.
of prayers.
He's my guy. Yeah, no, you never
Absolutely
want to hear that shit.
Never. As now we're getting another one of these big cast promos or pre-tapes. Little vignette with Big Cassie.
Now, do you get one of those that at some point we start to get more of the Enzo? Oh, so they're
I don't know. They're digging into like real life.
They're bringing up their personal issues and everything.
Yeah. Breaks his leg, almost died.
Bring him back as W. Morrissey. Bring him back as W. Morrissey. He's super talented. I remember when he was back in. Oh, he's talking. Oh, he was. But when he was back in AEW before he got into the fucking Jer show and all of that, and he was W. Morrissey and was actually kind of running roughshod for a good bit.
Yeah, that's why he got buried, because Jericho didn't like Big Bill getting more cheers than him.
Right.
That's how you would build a strong faction. Take notes, TK facts. They look good. I know. Just my opinion is that they look good. They look strong. And again, as long as they consistently are involved, he's going to spend many years at the top, folks. We can't burn the candle in the first fucking year of his life. We gotta stretch it out a little.
Well, Clayton at least admitting a confession out here. Shit, I dropped my phone and almost blocked Dale for no damn reason. Sorry, Dale.
Shit, it happens. It happens. We've done it.
We are all in this together.
Raw. Pause. What up, Nair?
Nick, you still mad that WWE celebrated your team winning after 50 years and not winning Jack?
Bernard's
I'm saying they celebrated it at the wrong time. The party's over. What?
The party's over.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you order the Cole Brunson?
Right?
Yeah, goddamn right I did. We talked about this. If that should have been something that they started the show. That would have almost.
I think so.
Flip it, that gets the crowd instantly. We're loving everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think they did it at the end of the show because they were like, we don't know how long. Like if they open the show with it, Roman's going to cut into some match time, you know? So we put him in the
with it being the overrun, did it not feel like we're staying on the air? Just that's even part of it is all due respect. AEW will do an overrun, but it'll at least be a fucking match. This was an overrun, and it was a title celebration between something that we didn't need to see.
I miss Punk, but don't tell him that. Y'all need a Punk. Y'all need a Punk. Not that guy, but someone of yours to take this company by the balls.
If it was the Bills, Nick would love it. You're goddamn right.
Yeah, if it was Allen and Roman in the middle of the ring, that could have went for 2 hours.
I'd be buying that belt today.
You would have been like, this is fine. I'm like, what?
I love this. Tack, what up? Hey, y'all, happy Monday. Shout out. Stunner, Javon, we're already there. Jesus. Spaz with another $5. Winners from Twitter. Saturday's main event was just made to mock AW Battle of the Belt. Huh? Sometimes I just want to tell these people, Google is your friend.
I'll be back.
Okay, there's your thoughts on that. That's my line, though, by the way. My line.
Read it for a second, like, huh? All right, I'll be
downloading. You go figure that out. KJ is going to go and check the facts on that. But I'm back from commercials. They're running through everything with Banana Express, and especially with Danhausen. They did the parade in the rain because he couldn't be at the actual Knicks parade, but they had the Blimphausen, cult sensation Danhausen. Like, this was, again, meant to be fun. We had talked about it before of Saturday's main event. I know I bitch and gripe about the ending of it, but it was still a fun show through and through, and it felt very much like that vintage nostalgia of you had to where we're in New York, so we're putting over New York heavy out here, and we have a little bit of the comedy shit, and we have a great match. That was a tag match that wasn't, the most serious. It wasn't a title match, but it was for a shot at a title match. And it was kind of fun all the way around. You had new tag champs in the women's tag belts, which also on a completely different side note, as KJ is not here. That little child that sat there and threw something at JD and also randomly was grabbing at Fallon after their match as they were walking up the fucking ramp. All due respect, that's better parenting. That child should have gotten his ass whooped respectfully and been taken out of that whole goddamn arena. Yeah, you don't do that shit. That's fucking stupid. I'm getting tired of seeing posts and having to have conversations. Don't harass wrestlers at a hotel. Don't harass wrestlers at an airport. Do not touch these people. They are not fucking action figures. They are not toys. They are human beings. Stop doing shit that would be inappropriate to do to any other human being. I understand that they are famous. I understand that they are a celebrity, this and that. But they are still human fucking beings. Stop being weird about it. And my PSA, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But God damn it, it's embarrassing as a wrestling fan that this is the shit that keeps coming up all the time. And I get it's just minor stupid shit of it's cute to grab fucking wrestler. But it's all the fucking time. That's following the CM Punk thing in the hotel. That's following all the shit from what was it what was the goddamn last event that they had? But they were fucking Punk was having to deal with it. I know, resounding theme of Punk, but dealing with Bailey and AJ Lee hugging out in a hotel lobby and fans recording shit. Be better. Treat people how you want to be treated. That's the easiest way to go about it. As Dan Housen's here, and we're back to positivity. As Geekbox, everybody's second favorite box. Hey, boys, didn't even realize it was Monday. Trust me, the weekend flew by. Time flies when you're having fun. You have a barbecue out in the backyard, and all of a sudden it's 1:30 in the morning. Yeah. The way Nick said Alpha Academy. Yeah. Disdain. You could hear and feel the disdain in my voice. Tucker is a middle school gym coach in the middle of America right now. There you go. Shucky Tuggy, quack, quack. This chat is lit. Trust me, I'm getting out here. I apologize if I've missed your comment or anything. Trying to stay on top of it, and I know we've been a bit behind it. Hey, I am going to do a halfway interesting shameless plug of, I think that's actually JD McDonough might be wearing our kind of buddy alt wrestling tees on Instagram's shirt out there right now, who before we had our merch store was doing our shirts, but I digress. But right now, JD jumping Danhausen. So who comes out to protect the Hausen? We've got the 3-on-1s out here. But yeah, no, the chat's popping off of again. If I missed you, I apologize.
We're gonna get the monster. We're gonna get the monster.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Did anyone say his name? But Joe Hendry out here, scoop slam on Dom, or fall away slam actually. As Liv's running away, that's a good woman. That's a good woman. Secure the bag. Secure the bag. Liv running away of, okay, we don't need to do anything. We got the money. We're out of here. But watch, it's going to have some goddamn pyro shit in it or something. But interesting, Joe Hendry been on the bench kind of since the Logan Paul injury and now is Danhausen's friend. So comedy meet comedy, I feel. Is it we needed something for Joe to do, so this be it? As I keep trying to say, we did not intentionally try and miss your comment or anything. As they're voicing over the greatest cash in, the heist of the century out here. Seth cashing in at WrestleMania 31. Nick is just a hater. Hate. But no, try and click on everything. Y'all just, and I love to see it of popping off. I know we've been chatty ourselves, but very much it's been a fun bit of trying to keep up with everybody. Big Nick, I remember him. Yeah, he was AEW. Oh, we're on W Morrissey. I liked it, and I don't like the big cast, and I don't like the big bill shit and everything like that. W Morrissey's actually, I think, is its real name, or close to it, and it actually feels like a real goddamn name. He feels more like an actual person, and it's kind of a little. Ooh. I'm sick of this, but so we're already continuing backstage with Pearson. Oh, there's going to be nothing in it. Wait. It's fake Danhausen money. But see, it was one stack of Danhausen dollars that had a bunch of actual like looking hundreds in it. So Omar's got the bag. Danhausen. Yo, that's a fucking pivot and a half, and I fucking love it. You take care of this right now and everything be good. Holy So are we gonna get JD versus Oba? Which, by the way, I love that everybody's instantly breaks out there because Oba seemed a little annoyed and a little upset. They have made Oba an absolute fucking star. Oba versus Cass will be epic. Sean, I don't know about that. We'll see. I mean, I picture Morrissey, Big Bill, Cass, however you want to name him, coming in. I've always looked at him like a Test kind of guy, and I think Test kind of should have gotten a bit of a better shake. But same kind of size, same kind of stature. He's actually was a bit better on promos, and if they play into the real life situation, which they mentioned there, I dig it, and I don't. It's to me of him, if they're going to bring that up and him coming back as you're soft, you're sloppy, all of that, then it's a little too jokey if you're going to get real with that. Like, I'd rather see him be him a bit. Oba as Oba out here, and whether it be, excuse me, the kickoff for Saturday's main event, just an interview at Fanatics Fest, him showing up now for a match on Monday Night Raw. There is not a place this man goes that he's probably not having someone go, who, and doing the strut at him, because he is probably the most over pro wrestler. I would challenge right now, Oba Femi is actually the most over pro wrestler. I don't see how, even if you're an AEW fan specifically, if you're a TNA fan specifically, if you don't even watch WWE, what is there that you could really hate on this man he's not over with? Oh, what? That they didn't capitalize? Well, they're about to have this man in a Hell in a Cell that can main event a SummerSlam. And it's probably the most exciting match on the card is we're getting Oba versus JD as I go to commercial break. Yeah, I think Oba is the most over guy in wrestling right now. Oba more like Ova Femi. Yeah, actually, Ora Femi, Ova Femi, all the Femis. If done right, Cass can be a Diesel. Is that not what they initially kind of maybe hoped that they were going to do with him and Jericho? Definitely. You couldn't do it with Enzo, but yeah, I could still see it. Well, he's a big, tall guy that, much like even friend of the channel, Big Trouble Ben Bishop out there, that's got a personality that can actually still move athletically as a big guy. It's not the somber walking, I throw you into the corner, I hit you with the boot. It's not any of that. Can actually still go athletically. So would you say he's more athletic than Diesel? Because Nash was athletic, but I feel like there's been more athletic. Like Taker's a more athletic big man than Nash, I would say. As I am in commercial break again, so I will remind everybody we're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Tuesday night NXT. Wednesday here, Dynamite, the go home show for Redemption. Thursday, Impact. Friday, SmackDown. And then, like I said, we'll be here Saturday at 6 o'clock, might even be 5 o'clock because Tony's moving up the shows, doing everybody a solid. Or no, it's Sunday, I think. I'm sure KJ will correct me and I'll probably be wrong. But we'll be here for Redemption as well. We got you covered on all the wrestling out there. Trust me, that's why we've been bouncing around through all these topics, because there's so much wrestling news popping up. Lady B, yum, yum. Hit the button. Jonado. Canonero.
Yum, yum.
There we go.
Yums.
There, Lady B asked, and she shall receive. I'll give Oba all the yum-yums out there. 100%. Equal yum-yums. Absolutely. Immense yum-yums, too. Trust me, even when you showed all this after he's screwing over Gunther at Saturday's Main Event, the man still swole. Like, don't let that fucking suit and button up fool you at all. This man is still cut. I'm an ally. Equal yum-yums. There we go. Who's JD? McDonough? Yeah, JD McDonough. Frankie, 35 minutes and already more yum-yums than an AEW entire show. Well, they only have normally the one match. And, I mean, is Moxley yum-yum? Is Ospreay yum-yum? MJF's yum-yum? Kenny? Yeah, I'd say. Maybe. I love that they're selling like he's getting brought to the fucking executioner out here. As now Danhausen and Joe Hendry throw them both. Oh, so they're gonna almost just gonna smash them both. This reminds me a bit of like when Oba was doing the open challenge and they had to sit there and ding ding bell ring, but they had to sit there and find somebody to challenge him. Oba had to literally walk backstage and grab somebody to challenge him for the open challenge. But yes, let me know who you got for this match and why is it Oba? Good God. King Oba, is Kane underrated? Absolutely. Kane is. Glenn Jacobs I can deal without. Kane is one of my personal favorite wrestlers of all time. Like actually dressed up as Kane one year for Halloween when I was a kid. So yeah. That's got to be Kane, is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Is I love how part of Oba's offense is I'm going to just fucking throw you. I am big. You are small. I am going to just fucking throw you. Fall from grace. 1, 2, 3. And blink and you miss it. Oba Femi gets the win. Craig, I see you. Jonado, explain. Someone explain to me the joke because I don't want to be saying something that I shouldn't be saying. Spaz with $2 super chat. KJ Nick, any thoughts on Verano Descalando 2026? I am unfamiliar with that game, sir. I will be honest with you, Spaz. You might have to fill me in on that. I've been a little caught up with, like I said, of
it's gonna be dope.
What? Menudo?
It's gonna be good.
Explain. If you're gonna say it from the background, you better get your ass out here and explain this. Oh, bye.
More solid work from the Booker of the Year, Mr. Undertaker.
Oh, it is AAA? Okay. As Oba go, Oba going at Brock.
It'll be Saturday, July 25th.
Fair enough. As he stops and hits the pose again. I said this while you on your pause. Is Oba Femi the most over wrestler in pro wrestling today?
I think so. I think
across the board, universally loved is Oba Femi.
Yeah, we talk like Roman still gets those big epic pops, and he's still kind of the tribal chief. We get it. Punk gets.
But you have pops. Roman haters. You don't have Oba detractors.
Yeah, the only thing people say is, it's shit that Oba didn't go after the world title.
They did use him more. That they didn't use him more.
Yes, push him harder. But again, Oba hasn't lost a step. If anyone out there, I saw the complete. Hey, Darius Rucker doing
I
the
wanna
national
be
anthem.
here.
Like a wagon wheel, rock
Yeah.
me, Nikki. Like, oh, that's so funny.
Let's sing the national anthem.
Let's
Well,
go. I'm pumped.
is this how they're going to move that? How they move that 4,000 tickets and everything like
Right.
that? They're out there offering $25 and a Happy Meal
Yeah.
if you buy a ticket to SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're getting up there. They're chipping away at it. More and more being sold. I heard the Jets discount helped.
Well, yeah, and that's everybody was kind of saying, really, we're super low pricing them out here, but also they did move 4,000, 4,500 tickets in like over the weekend.
Yeah. They have the ability to do that. And you talked about fans waiting to the last possible minute and getting the best possible deal before committing. And if they're not selling out super quick, well, then you can take your time because you'll get in there. There's still tickets available. So, again, we'll see where they end up. But for those, it hasn't been your best-selling show, and they should track that.
Yeah. Why did we get here?
Right.
Could it be the ticket prices? Could it be the booking? Could it be this, that, or the other?
Right. Sol Ruka doing an interview at the moment during the commercial break, looking like $1.5 million.
Looking like Charlotte Flair.
Yum yums.
Yeah, well, the other way around. Her look is being Lyra, crazy Lyra. There's some
girl interrupted, to quote Lady B.
Right, girl interrupted against Sol Ruka. That shall be interesting.
Lyra interrupted for the U.S. belt of, hey, I need me some mid-card belts.
Yep.
And thank you, Auntie Pam. Do we feel like she's all but done and dusted? Like she kind of got written off TV to an extent in the contract conversation. Right. We didn't see any full. I didn't see any full, Pamela is all elite. I saw, Divine Rose or whatever her indie name was. I saw 2 of those fantasy matchups made, but we'll see.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, it's Hootie. I only want to be with you.
Now, because I said that before and you said Wagon Wheel, now I feel like I got to mention Wagon Wheel.
Go Wagon Wheel.
We got to go back around.
But, there you go. When the booking makes me cry.
That big head got some serious air. Yeah, of JD getting just, I said it, I love how part of Oba's offense is just, I'm going to throw you now.
Yeah. And what are you going to do about
it?
Yeah, and then there's no stopping it. Like, you just have, it is what it is. So, ultimately, perfect, right? They're cursed. You're putting them in a match against Oba's punishment, and it went exactly as it should. Fun. Oba gets the cheer. Oba gets the chant. Yeah, no complaints. Nailed it. So, good stuff. Good energy.
Absolutely.
And Joe's going to take on Dom Dom as well.
Oh, so that's also announced. Okay, I didn't catch that part. Fair enough. Well, how do you feel about Joe Hendry? Speaking of guitar singing and, or song singing and guitar picking, of Joe Hendry out there gets involved now with Danhausen. Now he's buddied up with him because Logan Paul's on the bench.
Yeah, and not terrible in the sense that Joe's a funny guy. Like, what got Joe over was those silly infomercials originally. Say his name and clap, and there he is. So, yeah, not terrible.
As we're hyping up Zuffa boxing, because it's all synchronicity. That's what we're saying, too, why Connor's taking shots at Roman. It's company synchronicity.
Garcia versus Benin. Another Pillars leaving AEW. Sammy Guevara very soon. Interesting. Sammy was one of the...
everything from AW referencing from social media.
Yeah. And why that's interesting, Nick, is he's one of the, remember, in the early days of AEW, Tony went to his wedding and Sammy could do no wrong. And then, we felt like he was overbooked. And then it just, he got pushed to the back. And I'm sure there's a level of bitterness there.
Well, that dastardly Monet showed up, and now he's out there, I don't know when I'm going to show up. I got the call the day of to show up to Dynamite to challenge Darby.
Oh shit! I know that red jacket. Solo's here.
All up in the ring, all up on the promo, all up on the mic. But now, if Sammy leaves, does Tay leave? If Tay leaves, does Andy leave? Does this a domino that might fall? That he's a loyalist. He's a Cody guy, but he was one of the ride or die day one sickos. So if those start chipping off, then where do you go?
Yeah, like Sammy is a guy that's interesting. And where does a guy like Sammy go? Could Sammy sign with the TNA and do some really cool things in the X division? Would WWE have any interest in a Sammy? Is there any he'd fit?
That's interesting.
Sammy would fit in with TNA
because would he go to a WWE?
If he had the opportunity, why wouldn't he? Tay has history here.
Yeah, but would WWE would even say I know it's a more extreme case, but why Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, no one ever thought he was going to go to WWE and everybody just expected he was going to re-sign.
Right.
Could there be similar-ish issues or tensions or whatever if Sammy's there versus if he goes to TNA and TNA is a clean slate?
It's interesting, right? I think with what we've seen from Sammy shows signs of being a very irritating little brat, and he does it well. He's a dom type, a theory type, just this arrogant little shit that everybody wants to slap backstage and so.
But can go in the ring, can actually really go in the ring.
And in a world where you're pushing guys like Javon and you see Dragon Lee and Penta, and it's not a terrible. I think once upon a time I would have said absolutely not, but I wouldn't rule. I do see some not going to come in and be a world champion, but a really good mid lower card guy that really does cool cruiserweight shit and works that way. He'd be fine in NXT.
But I would personally like to see him, and this is just me kind of biased if I'm here every Thursdays, would like to see him say sign there because AEW and WWE can't sign everybody.
True.
I'd like to see TNA sign some of these newer names, some of these names like July 23rd. Be paying attention because that's when a lot of these 90 days run up.
Yeah.
So certain people might be signing and showing up certain places. Right. How many people do we see show up at Redemption? But speaking of showing up, Seth's out here. Seth and Solo. Alliteration be damned.
Right. Seth and Solo in the ring. The crowd does their sing-along. And Spaz has a really good point. If guys like Sammy Guevara sign in with NXT, is there the added tease of, hey, you go to Trips? You go out to AAA and kill it. Right? Right up his alley.
In AAA
right.
Christ put him and Dom as something together in AAA.
Right. He was one of Tony's golden boys. He was in that inner circle.
He was a pillar.
He was a pillar. Remember when he got in the shit with Andrade? Andrade got sent home. Sammy got a title win that night. He got a win. He got a pin. So he was one of the kind of kept guys. So and we know he's dropped off, and we know the Mercedes stuff. Now, I don't know if that would have any play in a future employer, but there's lots of landing spots for Sammy if Sammy wants to work. But how many other wrestlers out there are going to start beating this? We're tired of sitting at home drum.
Right. Well, and now if it's one of your biggest kind of your day one soldiers, your ride or die soldiers, falls off, then where's the hole in your armor? Because now you feel like you're going to start seeing maybe some other dominoes fall.
Right now, again, some would argue that Sammy's not the biggest of names out of that group to kind of
go. But they've made that the situation. He at one point was right-hand man to Chris Jericho.
Yeah, like you said, pillar. That's the word that they're going to use of we signed the pillar of another company.
Honestly, I could see TNA doing like that.
Right.
He's the pillar of TNA. Well, and he would fit in if they're going to do Trey Miguel, Casey Navarro, Mustafa Ali as their main title scene.
Yeah, I believe that Sammy and a guy like that, Sammy and Mustafa could do some stuff between the ropes. They're chanting OTC, by the way, folks. There you go. There you go. Saw the Facebook post. I love it. Go check out our Facebook. It's cooking. Lots of information and fun stuff over there. But yeah, Bradley's the new champ.
Absolutely, absolutely. But now, is Seth Wick not what he once was? He can't. I don't know. Can Seth Rollins hold a promo by himself anymore, or does he need to be assisted?
I think he can. I think what my issue with Seth sometimes, especially this rendition of Seth, is it feels like a little bit of rinse and repeat. Like, we get it. Like, you're singing the same song. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, as I loved every little bit of that, as Solo saying, what I did for Roman, I can do the same thing for you. We could start seeing these teams form for a Survivor Series, but now
Solo's so good. He is like a
the
character
best.
out of
He's
Friday.
better than he's the best Uso on the mic. But even
Right.
when he heard Jacob's music, he's doing the little minor shit of like, God damn.
Yeah. Right? He rolling out of the ring, like, give me a call, I'll help you out. Like, but Jacob's had enough of his shit.
But so now is Jacob going to be the voice, be the representation for the OTC?
Super kick. Down goes Fatu. Jacob dressed like a cool summer school teacher.
No, he looks like he's going to show up to take your blood and he's going to bring you a Jell-O pudding cup. He looks like a fucking on-call nurse.
Oh, shit.
All he's missing is a stethoscope around his fucking neck right
now. Seth wearing all black like Cody. So is he heel now? Not yet. No declarative moment.
Keanu Rollins, as I think somebody said in the chat.
Now, I don't know how wise it was to kick Jacob in the head.
Well, what was that segment? As even, Samuel out there, I just see, I see Ty down here saying useless. Like, what was that segment? What was that? That was, I know we talked over it mostly because it was just kind of Solo saying, well, we got a common enemy kind of out here.
I will give you, it was not the most grandiose of segments, but I think it was like a seed planting segment. Plus, you do open that window of Seth just kicked Jacob, so now Seth's going to have to wrestle Jacob.
Well, fair enough. Well, I'm going to go be, I guess, Johnny Appleseed here for a moment if we're seed planting out here.
Right.
I'll be back.
There you go. So I got a video from the SummerSlam kickoff. Penta, Chad Gable, which I'm going to say, on paper, one of my favorites for match of the weekend. I have high expectations for Chad Gable, Penta, for that IC title. What do you think? Guevara can go to AAA. I don't want him in the main roster or NXT. Like I said, I'm not and more questions, and I get that sentiment, Bernard. As here comes Ethan Page. I get it. And I'm not a big Sammy Guevara advocate. I feel like he did a lot of nonsensical things. I could see him having some upside. As a young talent, I think he has a good amount of charisma. I think he has a good amount of showmanship to his game for a young guy. Now, can they harness that? Can they keep him out of trouble? He's a dad now. Does that change the aspect? I don't know. I mean, very interesting. But, I don't imagine he's just going to fade away, Maybe some people would rather he did. But we get Rusev. So we're going to call, what do we call them? Page Day. They will be taking on Penta and Gable. Ba, 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 ba. All right, folks, get your votes in. Let me know who you're taking in this one. Next match coming up, as I do believe the WWE goes to commercial break. For some out there over on Netflix right now, Ethan and Rusev in the ring, getting ready for a tag match here tonight. Sugars and Knight should team up and call themselves Suge Knight. Facts. Missing out on that one. Seth freaking Wick. Mm-hmm. Seth is stuck in the Matrix, right? Looking like it. Sammy in the Miz. How much do clothes cost in the Matrix? As Ethan's got a mic. Such a big brain statement, Jose. Kool-Aid Solo. Oh, yeah. Said, oh, no, I'm out. Hashtag 4D. Chat has been good tonight, folks. Keep it up. We appreciate it. Love seeing the chat on fire. Sammy should pop on the AAA as El Grande. If you know, you know. El Generico, I jumped the gun. But if you know, you know. I think that's a great idea. I mean, why not? Especially nowadays. Like, everyone's going to get it. But I think it'd be fun. Let's go. Between Cole and Graves. I will never understand why the wrestlers just stay in the ring when the person they want to fight is 5 feet away. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I think it's the same concept of like a weigh-in or something at a fight night, where the expectation is they don't. Out of respect, you don't fire off. Now, that being said, that's why it wouldn't hurt to at least have, you know, Mean Gene. That was part of Mean Gene's role, was to control the situation. And if you're not old enough to know who that is, congratulations. You're going to get Comrade Jacob Fatu. The crowd is dead for this. Rusev just screamed, and the crowd, nobody reacted. Nobody. They just, Rusev even had that, oh, fuck, look on his face. Did not work at all. It landed like a lead balloon. What was that? Thoughts on Switchblade Jay White singles return against Clark Connors? Let's go. Clark can go. Jay can go. We've been waiting for Switchblade to be back. We're happy to see him back. This is good. Let's dial it in. This is the stuff that will help AEW do better. This is the stuff that could help AEW attract more viewers. Penta over Mysterio. I mean, in 2026, I'd say yeah. The Okerlund. As right now, I got CM Punk and John Cena. I guess this is another clip back to Unreal. Damn, that was a thoughtful and well-said explanation. No, the best part is I don't even know what. As Taco Mark, 6 gems, chili. That's the first one of those ever, Taco Mark. 6 gems from Taco. Chili. Call Pete on Seth. I'm sorry. Yeah, Unreal does debut on Netflix tomorrow, folks. And if you're a fan of this channel, you know we'll be paying attention to it. And we'll be talking about it. July 21st. Seth over here dressed like John. That's his new whole vibe. Even in the graphic. Look on that. Look in the graphic. Seth, that is Seth's vibe right now. He's in his dark period. His dark era. Penta, Chad Gable for the win. Yeah, I don't see them losing here. Got Penta. I do think that Ethan is a great guy to be a pain in the ass for Chad. Rusev's done well, kind of working with Ethan, letting Ethan be a little bit of his mouthpiece. And Rusev just screaming like a bear, I guess. Thank God Bailey didn't beat Lyra. Detroit Rock City, let's go. Everybody get up. Page Day. Penta Gable for the win. Ego Day. Ego Day. Oh, so close. So close. A little applause for you, MDB, and then I think I'm gonna have to eat a little bit of Sandler here. Where to go?
You blew it!
So close. Good shout, my guy. Penta and Chad Gable for the win. Sato Meadow, and thank you. How about 0 thank yous? Chad Gable and Penta for the win. One of the best entrances in the business right now. Penta. I'm so happy to think watching this guy on Lucha Underground, watching him, in Mexico, watching him as he's kind of had his career develop, see him go to AEW, get pretty jazzed that the Lucha Bros are going to help make AEW's tag team division unlike any other. And I would say at certain times they did that. But to see him land here and be as over as he is, to get on that level and see him have success, super fun, super cool to do. And I think he's killed it. Give Ethan back his ego theme, right? Chad wins. Chadwick? Thoughts on Steve Maclin signing with AEW soon? What does TK do with him? I don't think Maclin's a good fit for AEW. I don't see Maclin doing anything more than what Deonna Purrazzo has done in AEW. I don't think Steve Maclin's going to be in there. Who are they going to put up? You can't. I'm even shocked that Tony wants to sign Steve Maclin, because Steve Maclin makes Jon Moxley look bad, because Maclin is everything Moxley wishes he was. And we believe Maclin. Maclin looks like he'll fuck your shit up. So it's interesting. What do you do with him? He'll probably be the 74th member of the Callis family and occasionally take an L to somebody. Right? Josh Alexander, I know we got hurt, but prior to getting hurt was just an L machine. So what are we doing? Anybody? Yeah, I don't know. Like, he's just such a rough and tumble guy. Who do you put him in there against? I think he's going to end up like Bobby Lashley, sitting at home watching. Or taking shitty L's to small guys. Danny Garcia, Steve Maclin, tonight on Dynamite. Maybe prove me wrong, but I think it's just a case of Tony will give him the money and he will get to hang out with Deonna at Ring of Honor, and they get to spend extra time together making bank, which the American dream right there, people. There you go. Boom, boom. Gems all over. Silver Star. What is happening in my life? Silver Star ratings coming soon. As we are off and running in the tag match, folks, get in that chat. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's pretty interesting. Penta Gable, 79% of the vote. I love it. Bradley out there gifting another membership, the giver of gifts. Let's go. We appreciate that, Bradley.
Is that how you keep Deonna around?
Maybe. Came in like
I thought you saw me come in the door.
Yeah, I think I don't know, because she could let her contract expire and see what offers are out there and then decide to stay.
MLW?
Like, if you don't have any offers, Tony's money's great.
But MLW?
Maybe, but is that a step back? Or is the argument, I'll step back to get used? Pause.
Well, Karrion Kross, as well as Bishop Dyer, Baron Corbin, who now just got back into the WWE.
Right.
Could you see
Jack?
Yeah, could you see WWE sign a Maclin? Like you said, AEW, if he goes to AEW, he's just a truer John Moxley. Yeah, because he was actually in the military. He actually did this kind of shit.
He's legit, folks.
Right.
I don't like. I could see Macklin doing some stuff in WWE. I mean, no different than like what we see from like a Rusev guy. He's hard nosed. You can put him in some things. You can chase some baby faces around. I'm just. Does everyone else get that? Like, oh no, please don't sign with AEW because we like you and we're never going to see you again.
Well, it's because we've seen the track record out there.
It's justifiable.
Like you said. Well, of Josh Alexander, of Ace Austin just finally got out there. I see we've now found gems and gold coins out there on the YouTube.
All the treasures
and gizmos.
All the treasures. What is happening?
I don't know, but I dig it out there. Trust me.
I love it.
Keep all the way appreciated. They're finding new algorithms and new ways to send us the gifts. So absolutely. But no, if Macklin signs out there, then you worry he's like what? He's ends up another Andrade at best. Like you said, he'll get thrown into the Callis family unless he ends up a Death Rider like a Sami Callihan or
you can't put him in the Death Riders. I don't think
become the anti-Death Riders.
Yeah, that would work. Like Sami Callihan, Steve Macklin, Eddie Kingston versus the Death Riders.
Stop! I could only get so excited.
Right, like that kind of vibe. But they got to keep Macklin away from Moxley because, like I said, he exposes Moxley.
Right, as we're getting exposed with these gems of Sam out there. 67 gems. Wow.
Gemming up. I feel like a treasure troll out here.
Well, I had to double check because it's a YouTube thing. I thought it would have been like a Twitch thing. That sounds like a Twitch thing, but it's a YouTube thing.
Right.
Has Samuel out there 800 gems an hour. Turn it up.
In honor of all this fun stuff, I'm here. We're gonna do something. We haven't done it in a minute, and to be honest, I'm supposed to do it at the pay-per-view and I forgot. So there's 5 memberships gifted from the Wrestling for Life Network to randomized lucky viewers. So there you go. 5 new memberships given out. Congrats to those who got it. We're all in a generous mood giving out these gems, and
we're all in this together. Well, as soon as he said turn it up, I started thinking of Too Cool. Turn it up. Banging it,
right?
Banging it. What the fuck? I don't know, but we
got a tag match.
I've been giving gems for months. If you're saying gem comments, yeah, but I'm saying we haven't seen any gems come through on this way, like this end. Oh, trust me, we see them because they show up all bright and colorful on our end.
Yeah, this is a new vibe. This is a whole new color.
But I love it and I dig it.
There you go.
There's giving out the 5s out there. Bernard, 2 gems with the silver star. Pancakes? Well, those are silver dollar pancakes. You can get a free 50 gems in the store currently. Well, there you go. So everybody, drop all the gems out there. Drop them jewel comments.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bedazzle the shit out of this comment section.
I'm only paid in jewels.
What is the Saudi regime? That's how they got WrestleMania.
Right. All the jewels.
Taco Mark with the 2 gems. What?
Yeah, no shit. Oh shit. Good time.
Well, I heard the soundboard, so I was like, what did I miss? We're back in the action. As reminder to everybody, season 3 of Unreal debuts tomorrow out there. They're going through everything with the John Cena retirement. So it'll be interesting. I didn't even catch in the clip that's been going around of where Punk told Cena, you know, I miss you already in the middle of when he's doing Thug Life at him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. We never knew. And I mean, to me as a fan, I like that kind of stuff and like the documentary style of things. Maybe like if you do Unreal and leave like the writer's room out of it and just follow the real life of your favorite
day wrestler. In the life of a pro wrestler.
Yeah, right. Maybe that makes Unreal a little more palatable for some.
It's a bit of for some people, you don't want to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah, I don't, right? I just if it's yummy, it's that's all that matters.
Right. Guardian, KJ, I did my part. I didn't do shit. What?
Yeah, that's the best. I didn't do shit.
Are you sure about that?
uh,
Are the gems zesty? Yes, they are, Frankie.
Zesty gems.
Bernard up there with 30 gems. Ketchup chips. Yay or nay? Overall dressed?
Ketchup overall dress, yes.
Oh, all dressed.
Right.
Because you get ketchup in all dressed. Why limit yourself to one flavor when you can have all of them?
I think because a couple of the flavors venture out, and I'm like, I could do without that right now. So
fair enough.
Ketchup straight up, I take over all dressed. I
the
don't
salt
dislike.
Vinegar at times can get aggressive.
The problem, salt and vinegar just fucks up your mouth in it, but it's delicious. Pause on all of that.
Sauce statement of the night.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah. Bro, after you had that one soundboard on Saturday, I sat there and was just watching Rush Hour clips the whole night.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I've been throwing on movies, like trying to like have like the inspiration kind of pop in, right? So I watched some Shrek yesterday.
Somebody once told me.
Okay. I'm like,
yeah.
As Chad being stretched. And I know we're all over the place right now, folks, on a Monday. It's a feel-good Monday. But this has been a really good match. Chad getting over.
He's fighting up. Well, I've specifically, words, syllables, have been kind of thrown off by Chad unmasked and went on the apology tour, and then we kind of just got not much with Chad. Now, if we're going to get out here and we're going to actually put him a bit over, and like he could actually win over Penta, I'm fine with it, of having him have an IC title reign.
Oh, he tapped him quick. And the crowd popped big. Like one of the best pops of the night was for Chad tapping Rusev.
He had it and then, almost got knocked off it and then fell down and grapevined it.
Yeah. So again, and you're right. Chad has a good run. Right now, I'm saying one of my picks for potential match of SummerSlam is Chad Gable versus Penta. I think that match is going to burn.
Is the in-ring going to outdo the story?
Oh, probably. I'd imagine. I think the in-ring is going to be outstanding.
Fair enough.
But you're right, though, because Chad's a guy you could turn into, like, a Daniel Bryan type.
A bit. I mean, we've kind of said he's basically Kurt Angle, just diminutive form. Now, Kendall Gray's almost taken the Angle mantle.
Right. Yeah, true.
But Spaz with a $10 super chat. People who say I'm sick of Survivor Series. What are you sick of? War Games, Battle of the Brands, Deadly Games, Elimination Chamber, 4-on-4 matches, 5-on-5 matches. Survivor Series stays the most fresh.
Touche. That's a nice counter argument.
It's been War Games for about a decade now.
Has it?
It's been at least the past 5 years. At least probably since 2020, it's been War Games. Not saying I don't like War Games, but just saying.
We've had 1, 2, 3.
As we're getting another video package of Seth beating Roman. I like this. So we're going to remind you of every time that Seth beat Roman for the belt.
Yeah. But they're hyping, and we're getting little vignettes for, all these little pre-recorded packages for, all this stuff. They're just kind of trickling it in throughout the show. I don't mind it.
Right. Well, still trickling in. We've got Samuel with 2 gems, 100, 2 gems, 100 from Bernard. Frankie with 10 gems, thumbs up. Bernard with 2 gems, silver star. Geekbox. He popped up while you were on a pause, so you say hi to the box.
What up, Geekbox? Folks, if you haven't done so yet, go check out Geekbox. Bringing the world together one video at a time, not just covering wrestling, as Jacob's really getting close to having a full-out mullet.
Well, he's got the CM Punk kind of pompadour
Yeah.
haircut a little bit. He's in the Beavis. He's Samoan Beavis.
Right? Samoan Beavis.
Well, he's got all the dreads and everything. But yeah, no, shout out to Geekbox, shout out to Mrs. Ghoul out there on the Twitches and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. Covering video games, soccer, wrestling, tons of stuff. Go check out Geekbox now.
Well, they actually got there up to the fucking third place game out there with England and everything.
Right.
USA been done. We've been out of here. Canada been out of there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
it's
arguably. Well, what I don't like here is Seth kicked him in the face. Jacob's all gas, no brakes. So why are they talking? Seth just kicked you in the mouth.
But did Roman give him the "I'm not supposed to touch you. You don't mess with him"? That's the thing. Did Roman say you don't touch him till I touch him? Pause. So
maybe. As we go back to last Monday, chat has been wild tonight.
And I love to see it, though. That's the thing. Trust me, I at one point thought it was us, but no, it's wildfire out here.
Right.
It's Canada. It's northern Canada. Sorry. And California.
I love it. And California.
Yeah, I had to at least, hedge my bets.
Yeah. Spencer Pratt wants to have a word with you. Shit.
You have no idea how that's extra funny to me.
I spent all the gems the day I got them in the chat here. Oh, dude, I love that. It's never. I think me and Nick seem like, you just threw a bouncy ball into the room and we're distracted, but it's never lit up in colors on this side for us. So thank you for all the gems.
Honestly, swear, like I'm being 100% honest. It is never because we were obviously doing it through StreamYard. So, like how some of the super stickers on our end will show up like red smiley face, blue hand slap, all of that. And that's why we're reading it out that way. But to y'all, it'll make sense. It's because of how it comes through. So if you sent gems before, it didn't come through like this on our end. If we're getting all the fucking lights, we're like the kid on Christmas of I want to hit all the buttons now because it's everything's lighting up.
It's so funny, right? But yeah, no, keep it coming, folks. We appreciate it. We really do. Yeah, I mean, as we go back to Unreal, they really want people to know that this show's on tomorrow.
Well, it has been. It was they're probably top drawing thing on Netflix. That's what Netflix. Well, I'm saying as far as like you can go back and watch that, and you'll watch it again. Like how many people are rewatching SummerSlam or WrestleMania out there?
Right. Oh, so Gable is a lucha. He's a lucha friend.
Lucha adjacent.
He's an ally. Mexican destroyer of the ankle lock was pretty cool. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, I almost don't want to see Penta's reign end, but I also feel like Penta there hasn't been like a true challenger to Penta.
Maybe not like a long-standing like rival per se, but we've had like some moving parts come in and out, and he's had some good challengers, some of which were like friends. It was just good matches. So yeah, I get what you're saying, but it hasn't been like the cover. It hasn't been completely nothing.
Right. But sorry, I was just in RVB out there, 5-on-5 elimination tag. Well, and then because I saw Geekbox out there saying that's why when I stream, I have YouTube open too, is I don't trust myself to notice stuff. But I have it as a tab, but I can't. I got too many. I only got 2 eyeballs.
Listen, don't start throwing more balls in the air.
Pause.
As right now we go back to Fanatics.
Oh, Halliburton with the puffy jacket.
So they're like. So is Fanatics running all the way in through to SummerSlam? Like, are they going to continue?
No, it was that weekend. It was
just that weekend, right? Okay. Because I was like, SummerSlam's in Minnesota. Why are they doing the kickoff over here?
Because I think they were doing it because they had everybody there.
See, a lot of build. Like I would Do you feel like they're building a little bit of excitement for this SummerSlam now?
Oh,
I'm kind of getting into where we're going.
Oh, for sure. Again, we've talked about it. They've still got a bit of a ways out on this, and as much as we've seen people buying tickets are going to wait till the last minute, they're going to wait till the last minute to start roping you in too. Like, this is great
Right.
with Heyman out here, going back to when he was first coming out with Brock Lesnar.
Right.
They're playing into how this might be the end of Brock Lesnar. Like, he's still technically retired.
Yeah, he is. This is Paul Heyman, again, master of his craft. You could see him sitting on a stage on Broadway just doing a monologue, right? Like,
yeah, one man. Well, that's when it was. What was it? Inside the Ropes, when Kenny McIntosh and everything were doing like the one night with Heyman's and everything with that. So those are still some of the best clips that if I just want to watch something kind of wrestling, I'll throw that on or whatever.
Right.
So he's talking about like Brock Lesnar being the Undertaker, shoot or work. It doesn't matter. Brock Lesnar does what he wants.
Yeah. And the violence, and they're selling you on what an epic fight this is going to be. But yeah, the Heyman monologues.
Is the undisputed championship an underrated championship? Like, I think it's a pretty belt.
We've had some belt talks. I don't dislike it. I like the other one better.
I would get it as if I had to get a replica, or it would be on a short list of ones that I wouldn't mind getting.
The big dub?
No, the undisputed, the one that like Brock was holding, that Brock had, that Kurt had, and everything.
My bad. Yes.
No, you're good. No, I get what you're saying, because they call them, they've used the name a couple different times, but yeah, the early 2000s undisputed.
Right.
The Broctagon.
This is new. A new Paulism.
No, I think he said that before when
he
was hyping him up about going into of him competing in UFC, of how he made it the Broctagon, because he ended up being UFC world champion and became the top draw in UFC.
Right. Fair enough.
The only other bigger draws in UFC have probably been John Jones and Conor McGregor.
That's a fair argument.
To a final tale.
Dude,
I like this so much of Heyman being the orator, the narrator of this clash of fucking titans out here. This is King Kong and Godzilla, and they ain't got shit on me.
Absolutely. That is so well done. Like, I don't know, for me, and maybe I don't know if it's an age bracket thing or whatnot, but that type of thing sells me on it. Let's go. Let's see this. I already wanted to see it, but let's go.
Martin Scorsese meme, cinema, right there.
Like, it's so well done.
Well, and it just hooked you right in right there of, hey, we had the Doomsday trailer finally dropped today out there of a good minute and a half. Well, yeah, have you seen all the fan footage and, scuffed ass, might be this kind of thing.
Right.
But a solid minute to 2 minutes of an actual hype video can sell you perfectly on a story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 150%, man. Like, that to me, that's the bread and butter. And there's many movies that had turned out to be not so good, but their trailer fucking rocked. And I was not missing that movie.
And we just watched the trailer to Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi at Hell in a Cell.
Now they gotta deliver.
100%. I'm putting my ass in that seat. I'm rushing to buy a ticket. All of that now.
Right? You would think so. So, yeah, again, I think SummerSlam's building.
Right.
Oh.
Ooh. No, I think we both clicked the same thing at the same time. Well, Heyman's the best promoter, absolutely. But MDB, Big Eagle over Winged Eagle, Big Goldie over both.
Yeah, Big Goldie's gorgeous. Big Eagle over Winged Eagle. Fact of the night: Roman and Seth have combined for 13 world championships. Winged Eagle, I think so. I think the original Winged Eagle is my pick.
Fair enough. chapter 4 or 5. Sorry. Well, now, okay. So you can't go video package, commercial, video package.
It's been a video package heavy night. Like this show has a very go home show vibe to it.
We're like 2 weeks away.
Right.
We got time. We got time.
So, I mean,
I
like
showing a shit bunch of fucking Moxley.
Right. You're like, that's John Moxley. No, that's Dean Ambrose. He has hair.
Do you actually believe any of the Twitter engagement forum accounts that are out there? Dean Ambrose is going to show back up at SummerSlam to get involved in this.
Hey, if you're following and getting caught up in that, please stop. You're not helping.
Get help.
Yeah, like pay attention. No, and again, we there's things called contracts and and we don't just get to willy-nilly do stuff like that. So that beyond everything else and all the other issues that you'd run into.
Every other basic fault that gets through your mind before you even get to those things.
Yeah, it's as close, like, yeah.
Mock spray. See, we'll even Bernard out here. They're showing D now. Are you satisfied at IWC? Are you not entertained?
There you go. Well, wrestling can't be good without Dean Ambrose with John Moxley. We need him. Of course they leave him out. They're jealous of how golden great he is.
He's the best member of the Shield, don't you know? He's the best at booked.
Oh my
He's
God.
the best in ring. He's the best as a character.
He has the most star ratings ever.
He even just looks the best.
Yeah, like it's so fucked. But up next, we are getting Dom. I will put a poll up as he takes on Joe Hendry. I'll be right back, Nick.
You're good. Yeah, so we're getting Dom versus Joe Hendry out here. Yeah, Dean Ambrose is dead. Dead. Even Moxley is very much like they would bring him back as a John Moxley, I would assume. I still don't even like the whole idea of at times when somebody comes out and completely reestablishes themselves. If you bring them in, like how they brought back Matt Cardona as Matt Cardona, and you see certain people that are like, well, should you go back to being the Zack Ryder? No, I think you could just book Matt Cardona better. Like, why do we need to revert back to old shit just so then we can bitch that you're doing old shit again? How about we just book Matt Cardona better? I don't need to have, if it was in ever of a fantasy world of, say, hey, John Moxley shows back in the WWE, I don't want Dean Ambrose back. I want John Moxley in WWE and see how the fuck that fits now. Like with Big Cass, I want W. Morrissey now in WWE and see how that fits. Explain to me why that person is now much more true and much more authentic to who they are and why they are who they are and everything. Don't just go, that's what most of the IWC bitch is about. Don't go back to the nostalgia shit. Remember what Moxley said about the Shield. I'm a bad Dom Mysterio wears 2 shirts to the ring. Is he hiding something? What? What is he doing? The Bret Hart fucking metal plate under the shirt out there? We need a Nick Nemeth in WWE. No, I think Nick's actually probably better suited in TNA. And that's also part of with some of these free agents that are going to be coming up. I want to see some of them actually sign with TNA. I know some might go to AEW. I don't know if any. It'd be really interesting if any of them actually turn around and re-sign with Biggie with WWE. But I'd like to see some of them actually sign and show up with TNA and even in MLW. You can spread the wealth out there now with all the talent that's out there. And that's where we got back to the boom period that we had before, where there was so much talent spread amongst everything in pro wrestling. And oddly enough, we might be getting back there. Are we somehow getting back to a better position in pro wrestling, as much as everybody likes to act like it's the fucking end of the world in pro wrestling? But I'm in commercial as Spaz with a $2 super chat. Nick, how do you feel about MJF Foley, Mazel Tov, sock fail? Oh, no. Well, A, no, they shouldn't be a tag team. And B, I don't think they should be ever a fucking match. I don't. I don't want to see, respectfully, Mick Foley ever have a wrestling match ever again. And I love Mick. Christ, my wife has met Mick. But I don't want to see that man leave the memories alone. I'm more upset of what they're doing now with MJF. If we might just get MJF versus Andrade at All In for what, the national title or for his diamond ring, if we even get MJF, at All In, as we're getting Aldis and Gunther having to get pulled apart. And see, that's where I didn't know they were doing the SummerSlam kickoff, but them doing something like that at Fanatics Fest, where you get the live crowd reaction and everything, and they're already there. You've already paid to be at the venue. So absolutely do something like that. And now that they made it official, they pulled the Band-Aid off. We now know that we're going to actually get Nick Aldis wrestling in a WWE ring. And happy joy time right now, because we should be celebrating that. That should be praised. That's good. I know Brian Alvarez is out there of, oh, this makes no sense. It's stupid. It's idiotic. No, just watch the shows. They've been building to it for 15 months. They've had everything from the interactions backstage of even when Gunther first showed up on SmackDown to you get the chokeouts, you get the, decisions going this way and that way and everything. And you just got to it to where Gunther sits there and tears that man apart and is choking him out and has to get pulled off and does it again and chokes him again. And then is powerbombing him and just beating him mercifully. And then Pierce is now having to take over for Aldis. And Aldis, as a man, has to stand up after getting called a failure, after getting choked out by this man, has to stand up and fight for himself. And I dig it, and it makes sense. And I want to see Nick Aldis wrestle in 2026. That would be a question I'd have anybody else out there that doesn't like Aldis wrestling, as we do have Joe Hendry versus Dom Mysterio out here. As I don't even know if we have a slide. We'll stay with that slide. But we're getting all this wrestling in 2026. What is there to be mad about with that? And we're going to have him versus Gunther. We're going to have two solid professional wrestlers and professional wrestlers going at it. What is there to be mad about? Who was better, Crush or Bryan Adams? Oh, I actually think we've had Crush in the chat before. So, or is this some game with me, Paul, to where they're the same person? You're checking if my page is stuck together. As Joe Hendry with the suspended suplex on Dom. Dom's my favorite wrestler as of now. Fair enough. He's super talented. It's going to be interesting as he dropped the AAA title to a Grande. If, when, how, and where. You might still do something as a story with Ray being the GM over there, as Joe caught Dom, tosses him on the announce desk. Obafemi is so whack. Sam, all due respect, that feels kind of like that dude yelling out in the middle of the street. His clothes are whack. His entrance is whack. His finisher is whack. His pose is whack. Obafemi is dope. Like, Obafemi is the guy. The only criticism I've seen people say about Obafemi is that he's not challenging Roman or Punk Cody for the title right now. Not that he's getting pushed too much, that he's not over, that he's, limited here, limited there, what have you. They literally are more, why aren't we making this guy a world champ yet? As Danhausen comes out, we get shaken off by Liv as we go to commercial. I just want the machine guns and Gigi back. Everyone else can go. Well, Gigi's been out there wrestling, and she's been wrestling in GCW, I believe, for the most part, if I'm remembering correctly. And some wrestling, definitely Wrestling Revolver, actually, now I'm thinking about it, which is the promotion owned by Sami Callihan. But yeah, there's that whole list of Motor City Machine Guns. I don't know if the New Day are on there. I know the news came out today of Sheamus not going to be available till October 1st because it wasn't one of those. They asked him to take a restructure. He said no and chose to leave instead. So, hey, cool. Much like any other professional sport, you're now on the line for the contract. So, Sheamus on the shelf for a bit, but a lot of like Motor City teas where they might go. Everybody was trying to build into the Bucks wearing kind of New Day type shirt. Do we see anybody? Let me know in the chat. And I know I'm going to scroll through more of it now as I've got a commercial of, but who do you see being a potential surprise or a debut or anything at Redemption? Because that's where probably most of these names would show up soonest. Jose, I see you. Scrolling. Aldous is dead. Long live the kid. Magnus. That's the thing, though, Geekbox. We've talked about this, of that day. Nick, I'll just call you Nick. It's easy to say that in Geekbox, respectfully. Hope that's not breaking the fourth wall. But it's they need to show the history and everything. If they've got the partner with TNA, so they have the Magnus footage. Do they show anything from NWA? How much do they play into the Cody versus Aldis feud for the 10 pounds of gold that was at All In? They've got Cody on the roster, they've got Aldis on the roster, but they're playing towards an AEW show. I really want to see them establish that Aldis, we know it, establish it to everybody who might not know it, that Aldis is a former fucking great as a pro wrestler, and especially if he was to stay around as a pro wrestler, it does nothing but help him. But you establish that he's a guy that could go with a Gunther, and why it's not, a squash match or just announce a fight that lasts for 2 minutes or something. Like, why it's an actual match, because Aldis is a fucking supremely talented pro wrestler. Mega with the 2 gems. I'm thinking of the guy. What is it? The Fantastic Gemstones or the Righteous Gemstones is definitely a thing. I came back from commercial, and then I've got Darkness imprisoning me. Okay, so came back from commercial to come back from commercial. Yeah, what was the name of Gems band, of anyone that remembers the 80s in the US? Nick Aldis is stealing time from young talent. He's 39. He's actually would be one of the younger talent in the main events. SummerSlam out there. I would say he's younger than Brock for sure. Is he younger than Seth or Roman even? He's younger than Punk. I would say he's not younger than Cody, but he's probably more in Cody's age bracket. So it's the way he comes across, because he actually, comes across serious and genuine and everything. He presents himself older. He's like the kid that's buying liquor at the liquor store that you don't check his ID. He comes across older, but no, he's only 39. Like, he's 2 years older than me. So, yeah. Then again, am I the old guy holding down the young podcasters? Nick, what's your take on salt and vinegar chicken? I actually love salt and vinegar wings. There's actually, as Joe with a follow-away slam, and I'm trying to click through, but there's a Joe Hendry discus elbow or discus lariat. 1, 2 count. No, actually, one of the chain grocery stores right beside my work normally has like a hot bar of mozzarella sticks and, jalapeno poppers or whatever, some boneless wings or whatever. But they'll have chicken wings, they'll have salt and vinegar wings. And I hadn't had them before until a couple of years ago, but they slap. They work really well. And then again, I'm just fat and I'm a sucker for chicken wings. But yeah. Like, I don't mind salt and vinegar chips or whatever, but going back to the goddamn all dressed conversation. AEW equals WWE light. Yes and no. The video packages for the start of the shows has gotten more WWE-esque. As Danhausen's got me, hey, he brought reinforcements. Dig through the ditches and burn to the wood chips and slam. So we brought reinforcements with Io to take out Liv. I can't take it out, but I know who can. Oh my God, bully picture so cute. Are they a micro bully? Huh? Yeah, Nick, you're basically eligible for ARP. I'm definitely Unk status. That's why even that Twitter handle is CM Unk and everything. I'm a self-admitted Unk. I don't have the minions of my own, but I definitely have all the nieces and nephews out there, and even have the ancillary as EO's fucking running roughshod and over like Rover. Buddy, but the whole crowd pops with you. I know certain people don't like, why is she pointing at her head? It's fucking over. I don't care. Why do we do this? It's fucking over. You heard the EO signal and just came a running.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Joe Hendry with the victory.
Joe Hendry gets the win. JD continues to be cursed. EO gets involved. The crowd went insane for EO.
Oh, absolutely. And especially when she takes out Liv and everything. And it was interesting because Danhausen was out there before, gets shunt off by, EO and everything.
Right.
Then randomly towards the end, after we've had a good match, forget about it.
Yeah.
Comes back on the Danhausen mobile with reinforcements of I know who can take you out.
Yeah. And this is where you use Danhausen, and they are definitely setting up Danhausen Dom, and I wouldn't be surprised if that
I hate that you were right about that.
It's there now. He already beat JD, so Joe.
Yeah, but I would have just. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just gonna say that, like they're using a guy like Danhausen helps Joe get over. EO's in there. They're all uber babyface, and the crowd's just cheering for it all.
Oh yeah, well it's comedy meet comedy and everything, and that was just funny of them turn and Danhausen even. I'm just it's a little bit maybe-ish of how I feel with the Braun situation. Of I would have liked to have seen Dom been in something more than the Danhausen.
Nah, Danhausen might even beat him.
Well, no, he will. That's the thing, is that it would probably be that kind of situation of you'd have him, by hook or by crook.
Clap. Sorry, we're getting the replay of the belt to the face.
I apologize.
W. Morrissey sounds like a character from Fast and the Furious jokes. Bernard, so did.
I like the idea that he be coming back more as himself instead of a gimmick or anything like that. Like I've seen some people that want Matt Cardona to go back to being Zack Ryder. No, just book Matt Cardona better. How about that?
It is surprising. I always get surprised when they bring someone in and then float them. Like,
yeah, but the same people that don't want them to play on nostalgia are like, we'll just go back to nostalgia because it's what worked before.
Yeah, I get it. To a limit, right? Like there's a wall. There's definitely a wall to that.
That made me chuckle with MDB. Oh, my brother, Zestify.
Right. Watching Rush Hour clips and does not know. Oh, wait a minute. You're bleeding.
I missed that whole joke. I remember more. You was blind. I don't know. Junto.
Gentile. Oh, as the Vision is here.
Well, I'm going to go see if I can see clearly elsewhere for a minute.
Right. Making Nick wretch. Nick off to get a snack.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
Gable is undefeated since losing the mask, as he shall be. Can he take an L? Yes, a roll tide, but you want him to look strong. And I think they've done well. He kind of did a bit of an I'm sorry tour, which worked. I'm okay with it. And then ultimately now, him and Penta are going to tear it down. I think Chad's going to beat Penta. I think that sets up an opportunity to put the Lucha Bros together. And Chad needs the love. So I think that's where he's at with his push right now. I could be wrong, but at least that's how I would be dialing that in for sure, right? We want to get, Chad's a talented guy. He can do some stuff. So let's get him in it. Penta needs to go do something with his brother. Yeah, I mean, we'll get there. But the problem, I think what people are underselling, perhaps, it's not like bad booking or anything like that. It's just Penta got over really well. And Phoenix has gone over to a different degree, but Penta took it by storm. And, things happened funny. They were supposed to come in together. Phoenix was on, was in Guantanamo Bay. It finally gets free. We bring them, over to SmackDown. They will be together. The crowd booing the shit out of the Vision. And I know, me and Nick debate the Vision quite a bit, but in the realm of people you fucking hate, they are doing it. I think we're definitely getting Otis and Tozawa versus the Vision at SummerSlam. The end is near. Could it be, Nair? Is Seth Rollins the reason? What do you think? What's Spazzer saying? Remember, I'm trying to scale my faction now. I only have one member next week. You'll find out first. Let's go. Breaking news. KJ, your thoughts on Athena breaking the all-time record? So this is crazy, and I get it. And some people are using it way too hard. It's great. It's amazing for her. I don't want to take anything away from the fact that she's held onto that belt in a company where they could have had 1,300 different champions by now, but they have not opted for that. She's held onto that belt. I don't want to take away from what she's doing, but anyone out there that's comparing that to the Roman thing outside of the numerical value, let's be real. Like, let's not be silly. It's the fact that here's the thing, and we mentioned Brian Alvarez earlier saying something that we've been saying for 2 years, that if there's videos, we got the receipts for it, but if you go check, I mean, if nobody ever says, hey, this isn't quite working, or hey, that's not the best, or hey, this needs to improve, then you just stay the same and you get the same shit and the same shit promos, and nobody evolves, nobody grows. And I mean, that's kind of where we land with Athena's run. Should be epic, should be a big deal, should be something that you highlight on your weekly show, your flagship. And it's been insignificant. And the only time we saw her really on Dynamite, she was taking losses. So that's a weird asterisk to put next to this of, yeah, she held about that long, but she took the following losses to, placate to Sasha Banks' ego. Right? So is it another example of AEW perpetually underachieving with the talent they have? You get guys and girls who naturally get over, the fans get behind them, and the booking lets them down. I think that's a good question. Because, yeah, it's a huge number, but it feels so insignificant. As we are talking about next Monday on Netflix, we will be here live, the Go Home Show. Seth and Roman will be in the building. Admiral, I just wish they would do a mix. If the men's is a War Games, make the women's a traditional Survivor Series, and vice versa. 2 War Games matches in the show is a bit much. That's not a bad shout. I mean, I haven't heard many people offer an alternative solution other than just don't give the women one. But we've seen in the past where the women have had the better story, the better angle, and ultimately have had War Games that outdid the men. So yeah, maybe the women have a hot angle, and they're the War Games, and the men go traditional, and then maybe. I mean, at least there's a suggestion of what could we do if we don't do it instead of just throwing it in the garbage. Oba and Braun will be in the building next Monday. I spent all my gems the day I got them in the gem. I didn't even know I had gems. Too soon. I'm catching up. I feel like I'm way behind. I am. Oh my God. How did I end up way up there? The matches go too long sometimes. For me, here comes LA Knight. Zestify. That's jokes. That should be on a t-shirt. I will put a poll up. The match is on its way. LA Knight coming out to the ring. Folks, again, I ask, what does the LA stand for in LA Knight? Do we know? Should I know? Have they ever revealed it? As it will be. This will be interesting. LA Knight versus Fatu. So we'll see how this one goes. A lot of people trying to, we're putting it out there, thanks to Jacob, that he might not be here tonight, but he's here. Danhausen versus Dominic added to SummerSlam. There you go. Official. It felt like the writing was on the wall for this one. That, Danhausen's super over. He's super fun. Mid-card. I have no issue with this. This doesn't hurt Dom. Remember, at times, Dom's been very comedic. So this has worked well. Like the bratty, spoiled, pain-in-the-ass heel and his girlfriend being annoyed by this guy in face paint who curses everybody. And JD's had nothing but issues. And I think Danhausen's going to be the one who can single-handedly say, I cursed the Judgment Day and I ended them. LA's got a mic. Liv should leave the company. On her accord or because the company doesn't like her? Let me know. What's up, Wicked Biter? How you doing, fellas? I love it. Almighty Pop. Hey, chat. Take a shot, Puff, every time. Show an ad tonight. You wouldn't make it. We wouldn't make it, my guy. Maybe we'll do. We'll have to play some games like that on pay-per-views. Exactly my thoughts. Let's go. I'm catching up. I'm trying to catch up. Liv, Dom deserve better. Nah, they're fine. She's the champion. She's got a match. He's got a belt. He's got a match. We're good. It doesn't get much better, my guy. They're not going to be Roman. AEW does not need Bayley. Again, I think Bayley on paper sounds wonderful. I think if they could get Bayley instantly gives that women's division, in my mind, way more credibility. I could be wrong. As LA, huh? Yeah, I was going the wrong direction, I think. Before Penta versus Chad, they should go and watch Mysterio versus Angle. 100%. Like, there's some solid matchups that you can lean on. But that's the match. Like, I mean, again, what a perfect prototype to kind of follow along, Geekbox. You're not wrong at all. I have so much. I hope I don't overshoot my expectation on this match, but that's the vibe. The Mysterio Angle is a perfect comparable. That's the vibe going into this one for me, is that this could be match of the weekend, match of the year. If they give them time and cut them loose, we're going to see a lot of suplexes. We're going to see a lot of big moves. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think WWE Unreal will cover the John Cena Classic. This season of Unreal, probably not. Maybe make mention of it, that they've made mention of it, but I think that would be something for season 6. Athena chain is fake. It's, Run DMC style. Lost or a Night. Lucius Applegate. Love it. Long and annoying at this point. Oh, bad timing.
Christina Applegate, why'd you say that to me? But yeah, LA out here. I still think he could be a guy that takes up. What?
LA's kind of killed the crowd right now.
He works better when he's got somebody toe-to-toe. It's the Seth Rollins syndrome. There's very few guys right now that can cut a promo solo and hold the crowd.
Yeah. They're kind of like they had a little there, but they definitely lost energy. Like they were like, "Yeah, we love this guy." He's like, "Let me talk to you," and they were
But
like,
it is
oh.
after everything we've seen tonight. Is this the most? Which, by the way, shout out Geekbox and you talking about Mysterio Angle. Where else are you going to have people that even remember that match, or where we're out here talking about Alvarez? If we called stuff 2 years ago, they're just talking about now.
Yeah.
We're so far ahead of the game.
You know, I love it. Just with such a confidence of like, sorry to interrupt there, but like, you know
There you
what?
go.
You know what the problem is? And like, finally, it's like, let's go.
You know what we've all been fucking saying for years now, Brian? You just caught the fuck on.
Here you go, Silver Star for Unk throwing in some gems. I was learning all about the gem system on my pause.
Oh, trust me, I was doing the same thing out there. I was trying to figure out what it really was and everything like that. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, if you where you've got that whole little button out there when you go in to do a chat, if you go and do like you were gonna do a super chat or super stick or whatever, there's this thing called gifts. They'll give you 50 gems and you can do all the little hot buttons and everything like that.
Yeah. And I think it's only on the mobile app. Am I correct?
That's what I was doing it on.
I think it's not available. Yeah, I don't think it's available on the desktop based on what I've seen. But yeah, I guess you guys can gift gems. YouTube turns them into rubies and then turns them into cents.
Yeah, well, now that's the thing is now that they've actually
go to the channel.
Well, they've actually shown up. This is the first time of everybody that said that they've done it before. I'm not questioning you. They've just never shown up like this before.
Right. Jokes. Well, we appreciate it. That's cool. Fun times. So give a gem. Be a gem, share a gem.
Righteous gemstones out here.
Someone said that. That's true.
Yeah, Jacob, as we go to commercial out here.
Do you want to read the spazzer?
What power would you rather? Invisibility, walk through walls, turn anything into water. What's a better conspiracy? Oh, well, first one. Okay, first half. Which power would you rather have? Invisibility, walk through walls, or turn anything into water? Invisibility.
Yeah, out of those ones, yeah. I mean, turning everything into water seems like an interesting power. I mean, I don't necessarily.
You're reverse Aquaman?
You're right. Like just the Midas touch, but wet. Pause.
You go and hug your wife, and all of a sudden, just a puddle of fucking
that
water.
happens anyway.
Yeah, whoa, but
I'll be back.
But then better conspiracy. As I'm pivoting away, I'm rowing away. Flat Earth, birds aren't real. Coke and Pepsi are the same company. 3. That's what I can actually see being more believable than you've got birds or robots, or we're just floating on a disc.
I think number 1, just because to me it's so just ridiculous. Like you got to be locked in on stubbornness to go there like that deep.
Uncle Alan.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I got people around that I've had that debate with, and I can't only go so far before I fall off.
I could see it more to where you've got companies that are supposed to be competitors or pretend competitors that are really backdoor dealing each other.
Mm-hmm. That wouldn't shock me. You're completely right. All of this shit's a scam,
except for us.
Right.
MDB, no, those are solid Bs, huh?
Solid Bs.
LA Knight needs some new material. I think he's been solid.
That's kind of what you said about the same vibe with Seth of, is it just the same song?
Well, is it even just at this point the solo promo? Only few can really do it and do it well. It's more you want to see somebody have that back and forth banner with. Even if I'm just tearing into you, like Roman just tore into Seth the other week, but he was talking at him.
Okay, but I mean, I think that you're not wrong, but I just wonder if it's like, is it the fact that, he gives a very empowered speech, but then we haven't seen it pay off so much?
That could be part of it. All right, we've heard the rah how many times now, and when's it fully delivered? As Jacob pops back up as we got Jacob in LA. And these are two guys that I could see within the next 2 to 3 years, if done right, keyword if done right, could be main event, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, could be top of the card, top of the picture. I felt like I had to like hold back on saying WrestleMania just because like LA Knight could have, should have, would have been there, and they've already done fucked that up a little bit. So I don't know if I have full confidence in that.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you feel like you want to get it back, but my concern now is like we like Jacob, we think he's great. We like LA, we think he's good, and I think the crowd kind of dipped out.
But was it also the first time with everything that we've got? Because tonight's been fast paced. Christ, even chat's been fast paced. Everything's been moving and grooving. Is this the first time that it allowed the crowd to breathe? And so it sucked the fucking wind out because now everybody took LA Knight's cutting a promo. Yeah, And so, all right, we can breathe a little bit, go take a piss, go take a walkabout, go to the merch store, go grab a hot dog, what have you. And that's where you kind of lost the crowd there because the pacing slowed.
Yeah, that is quite possible. But again, now we're late into the show. Not much left on the docket. Let's see how we finish here because it was a good show. It was going well.
Right. Tope con Fatu.
Right.
Chat is normal pace. I don't know. It feels like it's been on high speed. It's been on like 1/5 speed.
We're going slowly.
Could be that too. Lovely Apples Night.
Lovely Apples Night. We were trying to figure out what does LA stand for.
Low Attention Night.
Right. Lose all the time.
Sean saying LA Knight might be my Sami Zayn.
Oh, okay. Lose always.
Oh, could be. Paul Jacob in LA already did Mania. If can sucked. I said if you build them correctly over the next 3 years, these are guys that should be replacements. That guys are the next ones up when Roman steps aside, when a Seth steps aside. But are they already passed by? I'll give you a Braun, by an Oba, of that.
Mm-hmm.
They've got this middle generation that's already getting lapped by the new generation.
Yeah, in a little bit of the way, right? I mean, you want that. You want your younger talent to push out your older talent because they become undeniable. Right now, a guy like Oba's undeniable. People are talking about, oh, I can't believe they didn't just give him the belt at SummerSlam because he's that larger than life right now. Large alpaca.
That's the only critique on Oba right now is not anything of what he does, how he's presented. The only thing is literally we're not having him compete for the title yet.
Right. Nah, you're a little asshole. Jesus Christ. There you go. Fun fact. Drop a gem on them by Mobb Deep is a great diss track. Going back.
There you go.
I almost used Mobb Deep for a call out, but it's hard to find the radio edits of some of the songs.
Well, that's when you got to go more instrumentals and everything.
Right.
So, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, but you just using a beat from Shook Ones.
But LA's in control. Fatu down. Little bit of a cheer from the crowd as we, I believe, go into a commercial break. People said drink every time they go to give us an advertisement, but I think some of us would be ham sandwiched by halfway through the show.
I mean, I feel like we might already do that, but it is what it is.
Long articulation night.
You took a long time to articulate that word, sir.
I wanted to make sure I made the point.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I slid into a perfect joke there.
Knight needs a heel. I think I agree with this one. I'm more than Cody. I think LA Knight needs to start being an asshole. Him being
to
like
who?
this.
To who?
To anybody. Everybody.
So then that's not exactly a heel turn. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Maybe that's how we go with it. But I would see him be heelish. And oh wait, the crowd's murmuring. Oh, Jacob's got a table. He put it back
under.
Imagine pulling it out just to put it back. That's even worse.
Yeah, now you're just being rude to be rude.
Right? This guy sucks. You're going to have to be more specific, Bernard.
Which one?
Like who? Penta versus Gable, Malenko versus Ultimo Dragon. That's a good shout as well, Taco.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That's a deep cut. That reminds me of playing the WCW N64 game and everything.
Right. What are they chanting? We want tables now. Now they're chanting, we want tables. Last night.
Jacob sipping the Gatorade out there.
Right. Lupe Acton.
Sounds like a late first round pick in the NBA. He's a Swedish forward that got drafted, I think, by the Carolina Hurricanes in the 4th round of the NHL draft.
Let's go. You got a babyface LA Knight going after a babyface Roman. Is Roman's not like? I get it, fine. It doesn't not make sense though. And when you put it like that, no fucking sense at all. LA is still the babyface on the chase, though Roman blurs it a bit. So that's how that works.
Roman does the best example of ambiguity. Of in the right situation, he gets cheered, but he can also, the other guy can get cheered as well. Seth will still, but they'll still chant OTC. Roman, LA Knight going at Roman, he can still get cheered. They'll still do a and everything, but they're also still going to cheer Roman. I don't think you can make Roman a true heel anymore. Like they appreciate the tribal chief character too much to truly hate him.
So, but if LA came out and said some stuff and they really liked what LA was saying, they'd cheer. And if Roman was being an asshole, they might not boo him the way they would a pure heel, but they get on his case about what he said. It happened with Punk. It's happened a couple times with Seth where they're behind him. They love the chief, but when he says something where they're like, ooh, we don't like that. So it happens, but it's fine. It doesn't not make sense.
Do you need something as neckbreaker 1, 2 count? Do you need something for LA Knight that makes him so fighting against the authority and everything, not just on the dirt sheets, but on screen?
I think so.
You get people behind him, so then Roman feels like the corporate guy again.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him have a couple moments where we thought that's what was happening, and he had some promos that felt that way. That's what I would do. I'd have him segments where all of a sudden he's in Gorilla screaming at Triple H, like, this is the best you got. This is the best you can do with me. This is bullshit. Like,
but you have the memory of him on Unreal to where he's just sitting there taking it.
You got to erase that, right? That's where I'm saying, like, you throw him back in that room and you kind of make that the new feel of, oh no, last time you saw me, I was groveling. Now I'm sick of groveling.
He gets into it with Pierce. He maybe not bucks up at Triple H, but bucks up at Pierce.
Could be Pierce. I mean, it all depends. I mean, it's a long road, but LA is another guy that they cheer the fuck out of his entrance, but then he starts talking and they're kind of like, okay. Wait, let us know when we say yeah.
Yeah.
Low aggression night.
Low T night.
Right. Low key or a Liz night. Oof. People swinging. Midnight Storm slow.
Loses abundantly night. Dennis long ass night. Light ambience night. I like that one.
People popping open their thesaurus for this little task.
Lumpy apricots night.
Oh, Silver Blacks!
You know what I almost feel like is kind of interesting? I don't want to be fully held accountable.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy. I got to get you back for that super kick, my guy.
Right. Low key.
I'm just watching. But I was going to say, and I could be wrong, but but I haven't seen a lot of the
Look,
matches
again.
Solo again. Oh, this is such a good spot.
Twice. But the crowd pops. I love it.
Well, that's Solo showing his loyalty a bit. Oh, Jacob. It shows Solo showing his loyalty of he's out there. I'm helping you out. I'm taking out my own brothers and everything.
Yeah. Losing arguments. LA Knight.
Normally just me. Sorry.
Right. LA Knight needs to be like 1999 Triple H, arrogant and demanding, cheat to win without being a little bitch about it. Yeah, like blatantly cheat in your face. Like, yeah, I cheated. Fuck you. And be the guy that kind of says, like, I'm not getting my just dues. I'm sick of this shit. He needs to sit down with JR. That's all. We get the BFT.
Oh, it's Jimmy causes the distraction.
Where'd Solo go?
For Royce to 5'9".
Royce Keys. Living life in the fast lane.
This right here for the number one. As that actually looked cool as shit because the table landed perfectly, so he just balanced them
right. As Jay, who we haven't seen, is blew the roof off the fucking place.
Yeah, but I like Royce. Bring your ass. Come on, bring your.
Yeah.
Oh
shit! Heads up. 2 to the face. Big Jim.
Is Jay a victim of we loved you until you got where we wanted you to be at, and then now we hate you?
Yeah.
Like we've seen it with Rhea, we've seen it with a couple other people. We cheer for you on the climb, and then once you get there, we fucking hate you.
I used to like that band, but then they sold out and got popular, so they're not the same anymore. That's all Jey Uso is. We loved him, and then he sold out and went over. So fuck. Ew.
Prettiest Samoan moonsault.
You and I sat here on many nights where the chat blew up about Jay never gets his chances. LA eats an L.
I like that from Solo though too. Was going to break it up and still just follows through even though I was late.
Yeah, keep it going. Why would you stop? As Jimmy lands the super kick. Another super kick.
This on Raw? Spear.
Right? There's nothing wrong with that spear. Clean. Oh, Royce Keys cleans house. Oh, my God. Royce and Jacob face to face.
I got so excited I just said Joyce because I was saying Jacob and Royce at the same time.
Rejoice! Joyce to the world. Big kick.
Double super kick. And he's not down. 1D.
And he rolls out. Royce leaves. That gives you hope for the baby faces going into SummerSlam.
LA.
Oh, Jacob with the Tongan death
grip.
I noticed they abandoned like him wearing like a catcher's mitt for fucking every, to do the Tongan death grip.
Oh, yeah.
They backed it off a little.
The taping of he's not wearing a fucking cast.
As they are just, look.
Good God, that man's fucking head bounced like a basketball.
Right.
But now is this where you got to burn it down?
Right.
Well, you had LA and you had all the interactions with Seth before.
They annihilated LA Knight. It's good.
Decimate everybody. This is hey, you're getting the bloodline boot here because we're taking all your big baby faces and we're fucking stacking them on a pyre.
Right. But they look strong. They look confident. They look good. Well done. I mean, I wish the match was better, truthfully. The match was a bit snorey. But
I think that's a cool way to end Monday Night Raw.
Let's go. Yeah. Again,
you have them look dominant and just destroy. Like I said, they literally stacked your whole fucking baby faces.
Absolutely. And tonight was all about SummerSlam. So go off the air. You're trying to build some hype into that situation. It's got implications. What does it mean for Jacob, LA? How do we move around? But they laid waste to LA Knight tonight, and he took all the hips.
Well, and now, like you were kind of saying, now does this mean that the baby faces go over on the pay-per-view because they're getting smashed out here? And does LA Knight kind of the savior? Could you see a Solo turn traitor? of go
Yeah.
back to this is my family of I'm tired of getting my ass beat. You can stay here and get your ass beat, or you can stay here and get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd just go with my brothers so I don't get my ass beat.
Yeah, I put some thought into it, and yeah, I kind of wanted to get at them, but better to be with them than get run over by them.
Kevin Durant.
They're still sorry.
I just said Kevin Durant.
Exactly. The other caveat to it all is, where does Zilla land? Does he land here somewhere? Are they still saving him? It was rumored months ago, but I mean, you know how the internet goes. It might not be until next year.
Yeah, but if you even have we know Jacob. We've talked about if Jacob as Roman's right-hand man is super dangerous. You add Azilla, and now you just made the Usos. You made Jimmy and Jay look super dangerous too. You had the big fights. Royce looked probably almost to me better than anybody in that segment.
Yeah,
because he fought back through everything, and he's the most to gain there.
Right.
But I like that they look strong.
Right, as I completely agree with Jose on this one, but lost again night. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is either, when we're in the conversation of that, one of those famous internet words of buried. LA Knight is being buried in a way that you need a vindication at some point, or you've just buried him, right? Like at this point, like, look, lost again night, like,
is he buried but in a shallow grave?
In a sense, yeah. Like, again, this adds to the whole story of being beat down, beat up, taking L's. He needs that Phoenix from the ashes moment, but we got to get to that, or you're never getting them back. The fans will tap out. Sorry,
I just said that Rocky Balboa.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of every night, and Raw has gone off the air. By all means, give us your rating. What did you like? What did you dislike? What did you think? Give us a rating out of 10. We do this every single night. Make sure you come back tomorrow and give us your rating then, too. This is an interesting show because I really liked the first hour. I liked the energy. I liked the vibe. I liked what was happening. I feel like the second hour, definitely we spent more time talking about the wrestling world than the wrestling show.
The Seth thing might have been a slam. The LA might have been a slam of, but they very much, I think, managed to salvage what was out of that at the end, like the ending segment. And I know I see your brother from another mother, CJ, out there saying how it was probably one of the better endings of Monday Night Raw in quite some time.
Yeah.
It started off really great, and I think it was like we had talked about. It was going at such a clip that the second they gave anybody a chance to breathe, it slowed way down to like almost two down, much too down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and we will get to that in a second. Spazer's a smart guy, man. I thought I saw two squirrels with 5 head fighting over an acorn, but it was just an AEW celebrity match between Mercedes Moné and Angel Reese. My guy, thank you so much for the super chat. We will get to some of the rings. I agree with a lot of what you said. And I agree with that. I mean, I thought like the vignette packages selling us on the SummerSlam. And maybe part of, maybe tonight felt a little go homey because we got 3 shows to, get another 4,000 or 5,000 people through the door.
But then that's what you need to do. Absolutely. I remember when they used to sell pay-per-view. Hey, did you know we have a pay-per-view coming up in a couple of weeks?
Right.
Make sure you
in
buy
your
it.
house. Like Jesus in my head.
Well, it's even that Paul Heyman segment. We said that was probably some of the best shit we've seen on TV in quite some time. Yeah. That was absolute cinema. I'm waiting for Paul Giamatti to play the story of Paul Heyman out there.
He really should.
But some of it was, I don't want to say it was wrestling light because it wasn't. You still had some really good matches and everything moved at a nice pace. You had Javon and Dragon Lee starting everything off on a fast pace of getting topes within the first 2 minutes out there.
Yes.
But everything moved at a nice clip and you didn't shy away from hyping up SummerSlam. You didn't shy away from the video packages. You had stories playing out throughout the whole night of chapter 1, chapter 2 of Seth Roman.
yeah, I mean, you want people to give a shit and you want people to know why they should give a shit. I think they did a good job in a lot of ways. And for anyone out there that, especially the experts that, okay, listen, great. You didn't like how they got to Brock Oba 3. But now we're here. So let's just stop. They're acting like it's like the poison apple from the poison tree, but everything's fine. Oba didn't miss a step. Anyone out there trying to convince people that Oba has been hurt by this aren't watching the shows. Get out of here. That is absolutely nonsense. Hurt? Are you kidding me? If this is him wounded, what would it have been like?
Well, it's the same thing like with talking about Aldis and Gunther that got made official, and shout out on you calling like 2 months in advance beforehand, or at least a couple weeks in advance of Dom versus Danhausen.
Right.
But saying that, Gunther versus Aldis doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to be here again. It's again, tell me you watch just wrestling clips on Twitter without telling me you just watch wrestling clips on Twitter.
Yeah, because it feels like they lost context. And for me, some of these guys, and we've pointed out examples, because they do watch it in that way. It seems like that's how they watch it. It kind of doesn't give them strength or credibility to the argument or their point of view, because it's not within the basis. You can disagree based on what's actually happening, but that's not actually happening. Anyway,
yeah, no, you can literally find examples of it, but sorry.
Right. No, it's good. 6 out of 10. That show sucked. Well, then 6 should be lower. Knight and Hendry dragged the show down. Do better next week, please. I don't know how Joe Hendry got lumped in. Like, what do we say fuck me for? But
the Housen was a good chunk of tonight. The Housen was a good chunk of tonight.
Yeah, I think the crowd liked it. I don't think that hurt. I thought Seth kind of got them quiet. Then I thought they were a little quiet for Rusev, Ethan Page, the tag match. But then they got there. And then I think I didn't like the match between Jacob and LA. It didn't seem good. Like, it didn't seem good. Great analysis. I wasn't that pulled into it. The crowd didn't seem that pulled into it, but the post match was outstanding.
But could that have been everything that was leading into the match a bit? Well, my whole thing on it is, yeah, we had the comedy stuff and we had Danhausen for a good bit of it. We got Oba involved, which I actually even liked, to where Oba's out there selling, getting the bag of money's thrown at him and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But you had your comedy segment that got over and appeased to, got over certain things, but you still ended it super serious. It wasn't like you had the jokey joke and just went and off air as a jokey joke. You had your jokey joke and ended super serious with the bloodline destroying your team of baby faces.
Yeah.
This is your champion. This is the best you have to offer.
Right. And it pushes down. I mean, when you have guys like LA who the fans feel are being held back, them taking a beating like this only pisses off the fans more. But that being said, 7 out of 10, the ads took me out of it. So I got Netflix, so I don't know. Lots of ads tonight, felt like?
Not so much. Granted, I've also kind of the ads felt like that before we got the promos and everything. That's your catch your breath, your everything. I went off about the kid that was grabbing all the wrestlers at Saturday's main event and everything.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of times it was going from like vignette to backstage interview to ad back to an Unreal. We got a lot of Unreal ads. They really want you to know Unreal is coming out tomorrow, season 3.
Well, and we went from video package to commercial, back from video package, like you were saying, of like you kind of followed up video packages with video packages, which is redundancy.
Yeah, we got to see Gable take 12 steps down the aisle and went back to commercial. We're like,
yeah,
great. 7.5 out of 10 from Reader. 7 out of 10 pee pads, not knee pads, pee pads. Bring the puppies. 7.25 knee pads out of 10. 7 out of 10.
I'm surprised you skipped over the West Coast Connection comment and everything like that.
Oh, not on purpose. That's not even it. 7.3 says Roll Tide. West Coast. Oh. Bow down.
Consider this an invitation to my gangster nation.
That's so good. 6.5 out of 10. Raw is good tonight. Very good. 10 out of 10. Jordan going big. 5 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10. Yum yums. I'm kind of in 7 mode. Like it didn't suck. The big parts of it were very fun. I like a lot of what they did. A couple flat spots take a couple points away, and here we are. So yeah, I'm kind of at a 7 tonight.
Good, but not great. The ending was really what hammered everything home. I think that ending was so good. You could have seen maybe a 6.5 or so with tonight. Granted, the video packages were great. Cool.
Were they good?
Yeah. I don't tune into Raw just to watch video packages.
Right.
But that ending segment, and even we have to give credit to they kicked it off with fast-paced action. It just they had those promos towards the end that slowed it down way down.
Yeah, a little.
It was on pace for an 8 and ended at a 7.
Yeah, it was on a pace for like either a 6 or an 8 and ended up at a 7. There we go. Like it could have went either way, and they kind of landed in the middle. And you're right. Like I mean, for the people out there really like kind of belly aching about the bloodline, what happened tonight at that end of the show? Come on, like that doesn't. It feels good. I think that was good. Well done.
The bloodline runs everything right now. You have Roman Reigns out there with Jalen Brunson holding up the NBA trophy, giving him the Knicks commemorative championship belt. He ends Saturday night's main event in MSG, standing tall, all the pyros and everything. And you follow it up with Monday Night Raw. The bloodline takes out Team Babyface and just stands tall, puts them in a fucking pyre of a pit, and then all throws up the one.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks strong. It looks impactful. And it looks like something that the baby faces are going to
presence.
Yeah, and it looks daunting for the LA Knight and crew to overcome that come SummerSlam. That's what the job. That's what you're doing. That's Wrestling 101. 5.5 out of 10 from Paul. Just bored with the product. I'm disappointed I feel this way because I don't want to be negative all the time. Well, we got to look on the bright side and we got to find things that we're a little grateful for. But if you're not, like, nobody can tell you have to be entertained, Paul. So, and I know sometimes we'll butt heads over how we felt about something, but if in general, I mean, maybe it's, take a little break from a certain product or a certain show and then come back to it. But, yeah, I mean,
we can still have the conversation of even you and I at times, like we've even Saturday's main event. I know live and after the stream, I think you gave it an 8 and I gave it a 5. So again, as long as you can still have the discussion, we can agree that you might be right and I might be right. Then we can keep it all moving.
Yeah, and I think the fun stuff here is that, that's why I love the chat giving the numbers, because you kind of figure out an average, right? And even with you and I have like, you gave it a 5, I gave it an 8. It was probably like a 7.5 to some, kind of on par. A good representation.
Yeah, we're mass general poll voting out here. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know where you're going with that. 7 out of 10. Let's go. 7 out of 10. I feel you. See, again, people feel disenfranchised. And that's on the company. They got to pull people in. 7 out of 10. Limited angles at night. Let's go. Almighty Pop. New phone. Hey, I mean, if we can have typos when we talk, you can have typos when you chat. We do our best. And it's kind of fun to try and decipher some of them. It's like, hey, man.
Yeah, well, as long as you forgive us for misspeaking, we'll forgive you for mistyping.
Right. We're infamous misspeakers.
Yeah, trust me. There's been, I think once a stream I yelled at myself, I can say words.
Oh, my God.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Again, no women match. 6 out of 10. Was no ladies match tonight. Good point.
Yeah.
316. I will give him credit.
Well, he was on Live Watch.
I mean, Lyra did some stuff. Liv was involved. What was Liv out? Oh, no, she was out for the boys.
You had the Liv EO thing.
She was busy. Yeah, we got Liv EO. No match, though. That is interesting. A whole Raw.
But also Big Pop that even still kind of is getting almost swept under the rug of huge pop for EO out there.
Oh, man, yeah. Like, people go ballistic. The whole time she was beating up Liv, they were losing their mind. 6.5 out of 10.
That crowd's going to pop when she beats Liv.
Right. Lost agility night. Yeah, maybe change your moveset a little. Reconfigure your controller, bro.
I got stick drift.
Right. 7 out of 10. Good matches, but didn't have any wow moments again. Yeah, I think so. Felt very go homey.
Go
Just
homie. Go homie.
go homey. 8.3 Raw was about building SummerSlam. I agree with you, Stormy, for sure. 6.5. So yeah, if you were tuning in for like all the action, and you kind of got less of that tonight, and it was very SummerSlam focused, and even the matches were all kind of like, all right, we're gonna have a match because then after, we're gonna get to our bookings.
Well, they almost had to address Saturday night's main event. Granted, they kind of did it quick. Then they moved into your regular Raw, and then like the last half hour to an hour was the SummerSlam build.
Right. Joe Hendry was asked tonight. Was he?
Do you like him with Danhausen?
I don't mind him playing around with Danhausen. To me, like I said, like birds of a feather, Joe Hendry, R-Truth, Danhausen, they're all kind of, not that Joe can't
24/7 title division.
Right. Not that Joe can't be serious, but I don't mind him kind of, and again, it's getting a lot of love, right? Because Danhausen's so fucking over. Joe's standing there getting cheers. EO's getting cheers. So it's good for everybody.
Well, it's what were you going to do with Joe beyond that, because you were doing the stuff with Logan Paul. Logan Paul is out. So were you going to just have Joe Hendry on the bench too?
Maybe, perhaps. I mean, yeah. We talked about it, but, there's a guy that needs maybe a better half to the year. Worst show all year. I don't know.
We have to say it correctly. From failing God. Worst show all year.
Rost. Yeah.
You are the Rost person out there.
I don't think it was that bad. But
no. It was solid. It was good, but not great. And it's still, even then, it's not like it's at anywhere bad. It is not, oh my God, did you see Monday Night Raw this past week? But it's also, did you see Monday Night Raw this past week?
Right. Depends on your perception, your perspective, for sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is Raw. That is the show. That is all the fun stuff. Again, be a friend, tell a friend. We want to grow the the WFU as big as possible. Be a friend. Save your friends from bad streamers, bad reactions, and the Battle IWC. Back tomorrow, 7:45 for NXT. Check out the socials, hit all the buttons, be part of the shows, be part of the fun. That's about it. Raw was all right. Good start. Decent start to the week. It's a big week.
Acknowledge your tribal chief out there. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Have a good night. Come back tomorrow. Hit all the buttons. Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree are like the total it couple of the company right now. We know it's true.